Good evening. Welcome to Actoroke in the World of Chaldea on Gen Con TV. We stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/Gen Con TV. I am Peter Atkinson. I am your host. I'm your dungeon master. And I have the privilege of playing with some amazing players. But there's more to my intro before I get to that. Tonight we are playing Burning Saratof. This is a game of political intrigue in the wake of the assassination of Cordova, the God Emperor of Chaldea. Or maybe I should say the former God Emperor of Chaldea, because the aforementioned assassination. Well, we use the Burning Wheel role-playing game by Luke Crane. And I am your host, and I said that part. Tanel, it's going to be a good night, I can tell you. Tanel Lovett is here with us, our visual scribe. She does live art drawings for us. And the fun of this is that I try and give her an idea of where the game's going to go, and then it goes completely off rails somewhere else, and it's fun. We live and dream. We hope that we understand what's going to happen, but with these three tonight, you never know. Speaking of, with that sort of build up, all right, the three of you like to introduce yourselves, your player name and pronouns, your character name, just a little bit about your character.
Okay. Do you mind if I start?
No, I mean, he looked at you.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, you're looking at me. Okay, sorry.
I feel like I'm looking at you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bonsai Baby. I am she, her. I am playing Fatima, who is also she, her. And I am going to ask questions with my fists. That's the
These things.
These things right here. But peacefully, because I am the law, and the law does right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the law. All right. I am Megan Karimi Nasser, she, her, and I am playing Galina, who is also she, her, the Imperial Consul of Cartography, clearly the most important one here. The most keyed into the intrigue. And tonight we're going to get my manuscript back. It's everybody's goal, right?
That is what we are focused on in the wake of the death of our God Emperor.
Yes.
In these trying times.
Gotta get the maps.
Yeah.
Well, hi. I am Lexi the First. That's the name you can find me across social media. I am she, her, as is my character Farina, not to be confused with Fatima or Galina. We're doing great tonight. And last I was here, took over an army and committed acts of violence with it, but only because I care so hard.
I love these characters. Speaking of which, let's talk about safety. In my games, there will be no sexual assault or violence against children. If an NPC hates you, it won't be because of your skin color, your sexual orientation, or your gender identity. It could be for something completely trivial, like they just are hungry or whatever, but it won't be those things. If a topic comes up that you are not comfortable with, let me know by using the X card, crossing your arms. If it seems easy to correct, we will do so in the moment and move on. If it seems complex, like, oh, I'm really sorry, we will take a break and talk about it and figure out how to move forward. We can address problematic topics with either lines or veils. Lines are topics that will not come up at all in our games. Veils are things like, oh, okay, that's happening. We don't need to go into the details and cut to waves crash to the ocean and we move on. Okay, do you feel like you understand these tools?
Yes, Captain.
Absolutely.
Captain.
And do you feel like these tools are sufficient?
Yes.
Yes.
If something comes up that we didn't anticipate, don't hesitate to let me know. Move on. All right. Okay, since we are playing Burning Wheel, and Burning Wheel is all about beliefs, we are going to start with beliefs real quick and make sure that I'm up to date on your beliefs. And you have a chance to change them. And you feel like, oh my God, I'm on the spot. We can come back to it also for you too. But let's start and go around the table. What I have down for you, Bonsai, for Fatima, is it Fatima or Fatima?
I forget every week, so...
I always say Fatima.
No, let's do Fatima. Yeah.
But I don't, rhyming with Galina is kind of nice, but yeah, anyway.
And Farina.
So you had a belief last session that Hassan was murdered because he knew about corruption in the Senate.
Yes.
and sort of the implication is
They killed my brother because he knew too much.
Yeah. And so I think I want to be a little more explicit about what you're going to do about it. You're going to find who murdered him, right? I mean, that's my understanding of what you want to do.
I'm going to find the root of the reason why. Because look, obviously, he discovered the plot to kill the God Emperor, and that is why they had to kill him off early. It was a long plan. See, so he knew too much. That's why. Because my brother's too smart to just be shaked in the alleyway by some low-life drug addict or something. Thief that they pawned it off to. Obviously, I knew all along. That's why I had plans when the Empire was to drop, because I knew. Okay?
No, we're all on your side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I sum that up as I will learn who killed my brother?
I don't think there's summing it up. Yeah.
So the paraphrase is, it's not the person who killed him, it's the head honcho.
The plot.
The actual person.
Who was responsible for killing?
responsible.
Yeah, I will discover the person who was responsible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Murdering.
For killing your brother, right?
Yes.
My brother.
Hassan.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And you had another belief called, I'm the rightful lord of my realm. Anyone who challenges this right will see the error of their ways.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to find a way to make that actionable for you.
Yeah, no, I am. My
yeah.
brother left me
Don't need
the
to do my
ruler
work
just
for me.
because they say I was born on the wrong side. No, you know what? The bastard name is something to be proud of, and bastards can rise in this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only cream and bastards rise. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
As long as you worship Set, absolutely.
And then the third belief I have for you is a person's birth shall not determine their course in life. I make it a point to hire bastards who will show the world what bastards can do.
Yes.
First priority is eliminating the bandits. Now, who are terrorizing the trade routes in the Monopotean
That actually
trade
got
cities.
changed.
But now you want to change this. Okay, so first of
So-
all, I know you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You go ahead. All right. So how it was changed is, remember last session I was questioning the leader who's in charge of the armies within the city, whether or not they were doing a good job. I wanted to take over. They wouldn't let me take over. Mistake. I was the one who helped the riots, calm them down. So I sent a message to my forces to come here so I could be surrounded by my people.
Yep, that's where we're going to pick up. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes. So that belief now is
My people should be
I will get all the I will recall the bastards in
Yeah.
Ardea and bring them home.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I will bring home the bastards.
The bastards are
from
safe.
Ardea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring home the bastards. There you go.
It's your campaign slogan. Bring home the bastards.
Oh, that on a t-shirt.
It's like bring home the bacon or bring home the bastards. Take your pick. All right.
The bastards will bring the bacon.
Thank you. Okay, Megan. Yes.
Yeah.
I have for you from last time. I will write Chasing Borders, a treatise on keeping up with the shifting borders of an empire.
Yes. But
And-
first, get my draft back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good intermediate goal. And I want to remind you all, that's great. This is an example of what I encourage, which is to have a near-term piece of the goal as your goal, right? Like, yeah, you want to write this book, but the near-term thing is you got to get that manuscript back, because otherwise, you're like have to redo like the last year's worth of work, So.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, I will find a friend or spouse, preferably within the council, for the sake of streamlining work and personal
Yes.
life.
Correct.
And
I
will
started my checklist.
Yeah,
It's back here.
yeah, my checklist. This is nice. Oh, good. And I will support Leanne Cordava's claim to the throne.
Yes.
Okay. Are those all? You're still happy with all those?
Yeah. I guess the shorter term of the Leon Cordava one is to specifically try and get Tiomir on Cordava on the Cordava.
That's great. That's a very
Side.
excellent addition, addendum to that. So, I will convince Tihomir
to support her claim is exactly
To
what I wrote
support
here. So if you want to just
her claim. Okay,
want to port that over, does that work?
that is fantastic.
Nice.
Okay. And okay, Farina, you have Hold on a second. I'm moving a few rows on my spreadsheet. You had to know. Okay, fine. I know you didn't really care. But
That's why my notes are digital. One plus piece of paper in front of me.
I need room to take notes, etc. Okay, so for Farina, I have that I will serve Set with all my actions and motivations. I will outlaw other religions in the free city of Esh.
Yes. And also to remove financial punishment and replace it with physical.
Yes.
So no more fines.
Yeah, no more
only
money.
pain.
It's all corporal punishment.
Because then it's even across the board.
Everyone
and-
experiences pain.
Did you have a third one? You used to have people are inherently bad and selfish. Everyone needs
Yes,
control
I
and
was going to
guidance.
say, I think for a third one, it was going to be, I was trying to find the notes because there was someone, it wasn't Halsan, it was like our first session, we talked about who we wanted to replace the God Emperor.
Yeah.
And she wanted, so I think I'm going to make her third belief, find a suitable replacement that would be controllable or would suit her needs.
Do you want me to remind you what you said in the first sentence? Because
Yes.
I have it here.
Because I'm pretty sure it was have someone from the council elected. So now she's trying to decide who she wants to get elected. So basically find a puppet to replace the God Emperor.
That's right. You want to find somebody that you can control.
Yes. Because I care.
Okay. That's a little vague.
Okay.
Like, so you'd be thinking about as you're playing, like, who that might be, how, you know, like, you know, yeah, and you're still kind of, you know.
Yeah, I think at this point with him falling apart, she might even think Halsan could be a good person to try and stick in there because he's already established and she can clearly get what she wants out of him. So I think she's going to try seeing if it would be possible to get Halsan in that position of power.
Yeah, and I will say you were seeing him in his weakest moment.
Yes.
Yeah, you have seen him much stronger at other times in the
Oh,
past.
yeah, absolutely.
Just FYI. Okay, what I would like to do is kind of recap the last council meeting a bit for you all. You all played roles in the film that we did, and so you have you had the script. You have a good idea what happened in part of the council meeting, but we only filmed part of it. After the break, there was more to it, and I just want to kind of zip through all the stuff that happened as context. So the part that you were there for was that Amandella's update on the Taxium probes. Some people were outed for not showing up for their probes, but have eagerly said back, oh, that's probably on our agenda for tonight. Did we do that yet? We didn't
Not
do
yet,
that yet.
no.
Oh, okay. There was, Farina, Tarsus, and Holsan have not shown up for their probes yet. Amandella has implicated the elves for engaging in a planet-wide song and the very hour of the Emperor's death, which is just weird. Garl Steadfast, the consul of the central bank, reported that many of the banks have been raided, that the entire imperial gold reserves of the empire have been stolen, warns of economic collapse. And then Laufroth, who's one of your consuls, the elder dragon of magic, hasn't been in council for a while, showed up. And when Garl saw Laufroth, he died of a heart attack. Garl did, not Laufroth. So, took a short recess. His body was taken out. The dwarves all went home, all sad. Yeah, it was traumatic. Came back in. Tomas Sweef, the Council of Economics, has outlined an economic strategy of moving the economy from the gold standard to a credit-based system. And all the consuls, none of you are involved in your roles within the council are not economics related. So it's kind of like, oh, this sucks, but it's not my problem, you know. And so the people whose problem it is are busily working on that problem. There's a report of the kingdom of Hesse. The entire royal family was assassinated. Nobody knows why, who did it. But now there is a Mycenaean woman, noble, who is, because of weird marriages, is next in line to the throne of Hesse. Kolbrander, the Jarl of Tavia, when presented with his writ of summons to attend Senate, pissed on it. So that is generally being interpreted
Dramatic.
as Tavia's succeeding from the empire. Consul Yukos, Ray's character, did, however, just in time to avoid this, received a large payment of back taxes from Tavia in the form of a golden lion. Just kind of showed up out of nowhere. There has been extreme looting and violence involving the Church of Set throughout Chaldea. The Church of, there was an intense, you were there during the last session, there was intense, but this was reported on the council meeting. Religious violence in Esh, the free city of Esh. Tashamau, which is the Egyptian-themed kingdom, in fact, it's right there, is being called a desert of blood because that's where the religious outbreaks of violence are most intense.
Sounds nice.
Fertile soil.
Yeah. Iltani, who's a demigoddess of Ishtar, who was betrothed to the emperor, has outlawed the religion of Set in Akkadia. And some deaths were involved. And random, Brigthwina, a demigoddess of Arun, that was exiled by Credava. With Credava dead, she's returned and set up a place called Graver's Dig.
Oh.
Back in business.
Never heard of it.
So this story is happening a little bit earlier in the overall timeline than your stories of Nearly Departed. There's a gulag escape. A very famous, nasty villain of Chaldea, who's just known as the mass murderer, escaped as part of that breakout.
What was the name of?
Cool.
Just-
The mass
The
murderer.
mass murderer.
He's just called the mass murderer.
Got it.
What they are known as.
And news of Soraka, a dwarven princess, is with child. The first reported pregnancy among the dwarves in 40 years.
Wow.
Good for her.
Other things happening during this week, since a council member, Lenora, Sarah's character, was detained for questioning by Muran and has not been seen since. There's also gossip floating around that Sybil was, who has not been seen, she's not showed up in any of our sessions. She's a council member. She was, the rumor is now out that she was interrogated the day after Credava was assassinated, and she killed the Taxians that were interrogating her and has fled the city. And is out on lam somewhere. That's why you haven't seen her. Tarsus has ordered legions to support governments and protect imperial assets, banks, and government offices, sort of anticipating the coming problems having to do with the economic pressure. Drasladar continued to arrive in the throne room, and as I mentioned, Olke, Donica, Tama, Grantal are all in intense economic negotiations. And the first highly prestigious out-of-towners are arriving for Senate. The king of Perrin and the champion of the realm of Emilius, two of the largest kingdoms not on these maps, or two of the most important kingdoms that are not sort of part of the core of the empire, have arrived, and other senators are coming in. So, with that in, and there is, yes, that is the Gris Luzon. That is the champion of the realm of Emilius.
Nice.
And that is King Laurent, who is the king of Perrin. These showed up as NPCs when I was DMing Ray and Marcus.
Nice.
They had to negotiate with them over the economic issues.
Oh,
Her, yeah.
And
We care
That
about
is
the pretty
Princess
lady. Who is
Leanne.
that? Okay.
Oh,
that's Princess Leanne.
Princess Leanne's the looker.
Yeah, she's a looker.
Baby.
Thank you, Tinelle.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, before we jump right into something like a scenario, I want to establish a little bit of backstory or information about where you're from.
Yes.
Okay? So you're from the Kingdom of Andalus,
Andalus.
okay? Which is,
Like in this area, right?
yeah, so here's the borders. This is going to be the Garnon Forest, which is an enchanted forest. Tavi, which are like Norse barbarian. The guy that pissed on the writ of summons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's from there.
he lives here as his
Okay.
capital city. This is like the Carmenia Shelf, which is a large wilderness kind of flat area with these trade routes that go across it, with Hakamanish, which is Kingdoms North, Francia, etc. And Francia, a small kingdom that is French, basically, and Mantus, which is like a city-state. That's pretty violent. It's known for its assassins,
Yes.
FYI. Okay, so this kingdom, I was going to give you a choice of which part of this kingdom just looks at you based on how beautiful the map is from the cartography department. Like, where would you like to be your duchy
Oh, my
to be?
duchy.
And it should be basically roughly a quarter of the kingdom.
Nice. To include those
that's a big
volcanoes.
I would like to
mountain.
be
lake.
right here.
You would like to have, well, you would have the whole section then including this map, because this would be a distinct geographic area. So if you want this, you would have this. That's fine.
Okay.
That's a little bit, that's bigger than a quarter of it, but
No,
it's...
no, no,
but-
no. I mean, if it's a
No,
quarter.
no. But I'm saying that's okay because it's not. It's very wildernessy. So
Yeah.
even though it's big, it's not as
Populous.
wealthy or populous. But I certainly kind of fits your personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get those volcanoes.
I was more thinking about like river, fertile land. This is just land that can be.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can, someday do sort of a,
Volcanoes
tame it, get some more people to live up there. But you've got trade routes and stuff like that.
We're close
Get some
enough.
tourism going.
And then we don't have to worry about trash because we just throw it in this gully.
In the giant ditch.
Yeah, the giant ditch.
Yeah. Okay. And then Merida would be that would be your seat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that would be your and I am going to put okay. I'm going to have there be a fortress that's not on this map.
Ooh.
That has sprung up since this map was made. Okay, named the fortress is called Nabolki,
Bulky, okay.
and
I have several drafts of the map that include Nabolki, just for the
Yeah.
record. Like,
It's-
let the record show I have that. It just hasn't been published yet, and that part is not my fault.
right, exactly.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before we get there, I want to back up to what you said about. So we're picking up kind of after the most recent council meeting.
Yes.
Okay. You have for summoning a unit of bastards of the Bastard Brigade that are in Ardea. You seemed when you just explained it to me as Bonsai to Peter, you were very urgent about it.
Yes.
You probably used what's called a nubble. So I want to introduce you to what nubbles are. So nubbles are a way of fast communication, like overnight, like FedEx overnight communication. It is you guys are used to seeing. I mean, if you're not worried about poor people who are on a budget, they send messengers, carrier pigeons. Slightly more expensive than that are the geckons, which a lot of you have had experience with geckons in my campaign. They can fly. They're kind of like flying geckos.
Yeah.
And they're a message service, but they're still limited by how fast they can fly. So if you're sending something to another continent, it could take several days to get there.
Yeah.
Overnight communications can be done with what's called a nubble, which is a gnome. The gnomes control these, and they're installations that look kind of like an observatory. And they're always in really high places, like up in the top of the highest point in the city, like there is one at the top of the Imperial Palace. So, and now that I'm going to move this map. Now that we're actually done with this map, I just wanted, we did what I wanted, which was to do this thing. So I'm going to take this map away
this
from
is the
you.
novel on top.
Yeah, probably.
The little
Is it spelled with a G, you think?
like novel. Yeah, because
Novel.
gnomes.
Yeah.
The gnomes are in charge of it.
Novel.
So gnomes have a bit of a steampunk sort of spin in my world. And there is the novel.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
Thank
Very
you,
nice.
Tennille.
Man, she's got something
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah. And so the way the gnomes have some sort of secret technology. You're not sure how it works, but they're able to deliver a message at nighttime to another nubble somewhere in Chaldea. Right. And so there happens to be a nubble in the city of Shivta, which is where your
my battalion
or
is
your
at, my brigade.
yeah, sort of like probably like half. I'm thinking like you got half your force there, half your force here,
Yeah.
and a few random agents in various places. Is that consistent with
That's
what you?
consistent because we have offshoot groups, but there is the one main like cavalry. We recruit more as we take care of the problem. We give people options of employments
Right.
instead of punishment sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
options.
So you get a message back from the person who's commanding your bastard brigade in Shivda in Ardea is a female,
Mira.
Mira. Oh, you have it already?
No, I'm throwing out a name.
Nice. Wow.
No,
she's
I
ready.
mean you said it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Mira, M-I...
R-A? M-I-R-A?
Yeah, M-I-R-A.
Yeah, okay.
Not to be confused with Amira,
Yeah,
which is
that's
my
okay.
second in command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You got a thing.
I got a thing.
Yeah.
I got a
Subconscious thing. where you're
Subconscious.
like, I like the sound of this lady.
Not to be confused with Galina or Fatima or Farina.
I have all the
Amira.
so you sent this message, let's say, right the day before council meeting, okay? When you get out of council meeting, there's a gnome who is waiting for you and brings you a message, a response from Mira.
Okay.
Okay? Can you read?
No?
No, can you read?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
I can read.
Just making sure. Yeah.
I had to take the reading for, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can read. Okay. Yeah, okay. What's your read skill?
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's more than 0.
what Mira says is that she, this is very alarming news. She's on, she's about to, things are happening here. We will, if we leave now, we will be disappointing alliances that have taken me a long time to build up. And I beg you to reconsider. And okay, so I want you to make a read check
Read check.
versus an ob of 2,
So,
and the to see if you can read anything more, any hidden meanings into this.
so we'll do read and write and then administration.
Administration.
Would that add a dice? Because, no. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just rolling with the 2.
Let's.
Well, no, because I don't think anything other than, of course, administration, auditory is talking, so it's not going to help. A lot of my stuff is punchy.
That's fine.
So
No, I think it's. Yeah.
I have my second in command supposed to read and write most of this, okay? Decode things, but they're preoccupied.
Tariq could probably look at it. You can get a help die from Tariq.
Oh,
He can read.
yeah, Tariq. I don't actually have the stats for Tariq, actually.
Well, here, it's just a die.
Okay.
got one buddy.
Yeah, we'll assume that he has
Yeah.
reading. He has the ability to read.
Yes.
I mean, not everybody does. In fact, probably most people don't.
But
most
Big
people that you
Naya.
deal with probably
Yeah.
do.
I
yeah.
would say at our level.
There's the peasants.
Our level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
And
we live
especially
on
because of what
top.
Tariq is actually versus what he seems to be.
Yeah.
Tariq is a magic user. I just make him look like a brute.
I know.
Yep. Okay.
Secretly. I mean, Galena probably
yeah.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
So
No,
I don't
but
know.
yeah.
Your penalty for failure here is that you sense no hidden messages. It's just like, okay, this is just what you're just taking it at face value.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Ooh, 5 and a 6 and a 2.
Okay. You
So,
got 2 successes. Okay, that's a success.
Yay!
Yay!
There you go.
All right.
So that means you get to check off one of the things, right?
Oh yeah, I do get a little check off. Oh, can I borrow?
Yes.
Yes. What was that? Was that a
Read, right?
You rolled 3 dice versus ob 2. That's a routine test.
routine? So I got that filled. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Good. Okay. So there is. You sense by the wording of this letter that there is something personal
Oh, that they
for
want
Mira.
Mira's there.
She's stating this the way I said it. Whatever that was. Don't ask me to repeat it.
Don't worry.
Roll the tape.
There's people
But
that I
there's-
don't want to disappoint.
But there's something else. There's some other reason
That she doesn't wanna leave.
that she doesn't want to leave. That she's not being forthright with you about.
All right. I mean, Tariq would know more too. Also,
I mean, you can write a letter back if you
Yeah,
want and
I
say,
could write a
I
letter
mean,
back.
I think kind of the choice is either, screw you, no, you're coming home, or
no, I'll
or-
write a letter back.
or
'Cause
something
the
else.
last time I second guessed somebody, they got stuck somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and get more details on this. I'll be like, okay, Mira, I understand the trade, reading trade agreements. I'm sure that a lot of them will understand that there is problems in the empire, but doing the code of what's really going on,
Yeah, I mean, you're demanding more information.
Yeah, I demand-
Yeah. It's not
I
like a
trust-
cipher type code.
It's not
It's
a
just
trust.
like a.
No.
It's not a. It's not like
Mira,
a.
I trust.
Subtext code.
Subtext. Or I trust that you I trust you in your ways of thinking.
Right.
I just I would like to reaffirm the trust.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to send this by Nubble?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's quick. You'll
So
have
it's
it.
quick.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm gonna put you there. Get it?
Yes.
Okay. You're coming out of council.
Okay.
Out of council meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your entourage that you have an entourage. You have people that accompany you from staff. Right? We haven't developed any of these people yet, but we should probably.
Someone.
We should probably come around to it. Well, you have relationships, but
Friends. So
yeah. But
one of them works for me, and that's the only one I've written
we
down.
should probably do you have an idea off the top of your head, like your chief of staff might be like a?
Yep.
Do you want to come up? Should we come up with somebody?
Yeah. My chief of staff is named Gary.
Gary.
time really
Gary,
well?
Gary.
Gary! Obviously, I have a go-to.
So he's
Gerald, maybe.
Jersey for sure.
Gary's fine. I mean,
Yeah, he calls the time up.
So he's a pert, which would be like a Brit. Then.
Yes,
Yeah.
great. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
He's a pert.
Nice.
How about he's like a really geeky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I said Gary.
It's just the crowd of
Gee.
nerds.
Yeah. We're like when someone is new to the council and they're like, okay, they're the religious kids. And then they're like, they're the geeks.
Yeah,
That's us.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't sit with them. They eat weird food. Yeah.
Let's talk about his mouth.
That's the map crowd.
So your entourage is actually gone. They're not there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
this way.
you
Well,
expected-
yeah.
You expected them to be there when
Okay.
you came out of the council meeting. Council meeting did go rather long. There was
Yeah.
at least 3 recesses.
Yeah. I mean,
and,
also, we
they're-
were just robbed. They have to be doing inventory and things. They're probably.
Oh yeah, aren't you moving into the other mansion too?
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
moving our stuff somewhere safer. So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so-
yeah, okay. Or do I not know where they are? This is what I'm assuming right now. I don't know.
No,
if it's
you
true.
don't know where they're at.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're going to make assumptions about where
Yep.
they're at, and you expect them to be there, but they're not. So,
Okay.
do you?
I'm writing a note.
Okay.
No, to
Go for
yourself.
it.
Don't know where friends are.
My
They were stolen too.
yes. All right.
Yeah. What in the hell?
Ooh, should all your food be
Oh, there it
cheated?
is. Okay. By the way, there is a character I want you to all be familiar with. There's a character named Hapu, and Hapu is Egyptian.
Okay.
He is the palace butler.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, butlers kind of run large, but you imagine the butler for the imperial palace, and he is super friendly guy,
Okay.
very gracious. He remembers everybody. He's like this person that somehow remembers everybody and like the kids' names and birthdays and all the stuff, and always greets everybody with a lot of affection. And he's kind of a big guy, and so he's there if you wanted to ask somebody if you care, or you can just like charge off and do something if you want, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ask Hapu real quick if he's seen any of my buddies. Normally they're here. If he's seen any sign of my.
Yes, they left. I think they thought that you had left already.
Yeah. It was
but
a very
yeah.
long meeting.
Yeah, it was. In fact, I got them a couple carriages. Can I get you a carriage?
Oh. Yes.
Where are you going?
Please. I am going to. Okay. Question. So for my personal timeline, right? All of this went down. We all got our probings, and then I went, found out that the cartography office had been robbed.
Yep.
Had a little mini breakdown, and went back to my house with his name's on here somewhere. Their name, Kishar.
Kishar,
Yeah.
yes, Bryce's character.
Yes,
Yeah,
I went back to our adjoined estates, put the rest of my stuff in their
Right.
mansion,
Yep.
and
That's right.
then
You went to council meeting.
it was like right after that.
Well, if there's,
Kind of.
I mean, it was at some point after that. We didn't play day by day.
Right, that's what I mean, like, what is the time?
The council meetings are a week apart.
okay,
And so the idea is that our sessions together represent the time between two council members,
Okay.
council sessions. But if you want to back up a little bit,
well,
that's
basically,
fine.
if depending on how long it's been, I would want to go like personally take accounts of what has happened in the cartography offices. But if
Okay.
it has been days and days, I would have already done that.
You already did that. That's fine.
Okay, okay, great.
We could say you've done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, I will, at the risk of beating this dead horse, I'm gonna go. I just like every day that I can, I go and check and see if there's any progress in locating my stolen manuscript and locating.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is the tribunus.
Yeah, tribunus.
Yeah.
that's what
So you might. Okay. So your office is in one of these buildings here,
Yeah.
right? And so you could go there, and usually what you do is there are legionnaires on patrol. So you could, you would typically just check with a legionnaire and say, hey, I want to meet with. There's the tribunus who kind of looks out for you because you're a consul. Yeah, and he's, and so that, and his name, by the way, is Azar,
Okay.
Ahzar, and he is Ardaean, by the way. No, excuse me, Summation. Same kingdom that Olke is from, Marcus's character. Okay, so Azar, Azar actually has kind of gotten in the habit of you wanting daily updates, and so he probably comes in and checks
Okay.
on you.
Great.
Yeah, or you can go see him. He's if you want to go see, if you like proactively decide you want to go see him, you would just tell
Yeah,
one
I
of the
mean, if it was a
legionnaires.
really long meeting, I'm worried that I missed him or something, so
Yeah.
I'll just go to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has well, you can he's based here in the palace. You can find him there. There's
No carriage, thank you, Hapu. I will be going to see Tribunus Azar.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just go to his office, and there's lots of legionnaires around. You go to his office, and he's yeah, Consul Vukova.
Tribunus.
Yes, excellent to see you.
Yes.
But by the way, there's a goat in his office.
Oh, okay.
It,
So have you made any progress?
he seems a little embarrassed about the goat in his office.
That seems like a him problem.
Fresh milk.
No, but it's kind of awkward. I bought you a goat.
Oh, it's your goat.
It's my goat.
It's for you. It's a gift.
Thank you. May I inquire as to why? Not that I'm not grateful, which I am, because everyone could always use a goat. That's a saying. Back home, everyone can
it's
always use a goat.
Well, I feel bad that I haven't found much. I mean, other than, but also it's a gesture of affection.
Tribunus.
You did come to see them
The
every day.
giving of a goat.
Giving them a goat.
Not a small thing.
No.
No.
Well,
12 days of Christmas.
I mean,
Is that like pre-asking for a date?
I could have it delivered. Of course, I'm not expecting you to take. I was going to bring it to your
that
your
would
home.
be preferable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surely my staff will know what to do with a goat. It's very. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. I love
So I can.
cheese, so this is very, very nice.
Maybe I could bring it by tomorrow at 3 and deliver it for you. And
Yes. Yeah.
we
No.
could
There's
have-
always staff available.
We could have. I could call on you.
Call. What if I? Do I have anything on the schedule for 3 tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you? I mean, those are working. Those are office hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 is-
usually you'd be in your office
Yeah, I mean,
all day. That's
I have a lot of
like
work to catch up on because so much of
Oh, of course.
my
of course.
my work was
Yes.
stolen, as you know.
Yeah.
So you can drop it off. You can just drop it off. Or later.
I could bring it by later.
Later.
After you go home. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe an evening.
Yeah. Maybe at 7.
7 is dinner time.
Oh.
But I am sure that we could accommodate another person for dinner that night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the goat.
You're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow at 7.
I just sort of like walk away awkwardly, push up my glasses. Like, oh,
Little goat nose.
hi, goat. He gives me. Today, he gave me a goat.
Is that a plus or a minus?
It's not even on the list, but actually likes animals is on the list.
Oh.
Okay, hold
There you
on.
go. You got a point.
Is he attractive, do you think? Okay,
Yeah.
that's one of the, okay.
Yeah. He'd be
gotta
like
be
a dark
fit.
complected sort of
okay. Yeah.
desert guy,
Okay. I'm gonna give
Dark
him.
and handsome.
I'm gonna give
has
him
goats.
I
attractive.
have goats.
Likes animals.
officers. His office is in the palace.
He has a good reputation.
You don't know.
Okay.
You don't really.
He has a stable work.
You don't
Yeah.
really know the reputations of the various military officers.
Okay,
really.
well,
That's-
I need to look into some
You would have to
things.
look into that.
Yeah.
How are his fingernails?
Clean.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he's a tribunus. He's an officer. It's expected to stay
Professional appearance.
stay clean, right?
Tribunus. This is going to be for him especially. Great. I love it.
Okay.
I make note to myself to look into some of these things when I have a moment.
Okay.
Some of my checklist.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, nice. Okay, no, I have a plan. All right.
Okay.
I'm so invested in the Emperor dying. I don't know if you can tell. That's clearly my number one thing. All of my stuff is like, find maps, dater guy. Okay.
Meanwhile, we're over here like war in the
I gotta go.
so many people.
Oh, that's a cute goat.
There we go.
It has heart eyes.
Oh my god.
We got the goat.
You have to name it so you can put the name on the
What's
card.
the name?
I feel so bad that
okay.
I didn't tell you about the goat. I did have this already planned. I was just like, that was
Wow,
like.
that was just an
I
immediate,
should've
like,
told
off
you.
the cuff
But
goat drawing?
You got
Wow,
it.
to
You
know
got
it's
it. There
a
you
You
pro.
gotta
go.
name the goat.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
name the
goat's
goat.
name?
Give me a second. Okay.
Whatever it is,
Goat art.
Goats are.
Goats aren't.
Is it a musical?
Like
I don't know. We'll see.
goats aren't.
It's too late. I've already named him.
It's a little goat. It's a
Goats
young
are-
goat.
A little. Is it like a little dwarf
billy?
goat?
Like a kid?
It's a kid.
It's a goat. I don't know. I mean, no, it's
Lots
a
of
goat.
kinds
But
of
the
goats.
horns are
Okay,
tinier,
you
so-
pick.
Okay, I want it to be a little goat.
A little
Okay.
goat.
Because if
That's
it's
fine.
like a gift, it needs to be like
Is it a
real cute.
fainting little goat though?
I mean, don't all go.
No, not awful.
screaming.
The
Oh, okay.
fainting
But I
goat.
mean,
Goat.
it
No,
would
it's
be,
a- it's
it
the
could
kind that
be-
hops up a tree,
It can be
though.
little,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it have to be like a goat that's productive. I mean, the point of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
that,
It's not like a
it-
huge,
It can make
like,
milk
mountain
or,
goat
you know,
type. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
like a practical gift.
it's a practical.
It's a practical gift.
Goat.
You know, when I think
imaginative.
practical gifts, I think goat.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, you know.
You know, people have been into miniature cows lately.
I know.
Okay.
These little mini island gals.
Put it on the wedding registry.
Miniature cow.
So we'll come back to you, but where are you going next?
Right. Sorry, I'm a little flustered. I will head to the office because I do truly have to make up a lot of the
right,
work that
all right,
was
all right.
disrupted.
Well, Hapu, yeah, there's a carriage waiting for
Great.
you. Yeah, and somebody at carriage takes you.
I'm like extremely not present for this whole process.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, did he just?
Thinking about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
not doesn't
So-
happen to me very often.
As the carriage takes you towards your office, the carriage is, you notice a vial drops from the ceiling onto like a table that's in the carriage. This is like a closed-in carriage,
Okay.
and breaks, and gas starts escaping from the vial.
I pop the door while we're driving.
It's locked.
No. Oh. Okay, well I cover up my mouth and I try and like.
You're the backup character, right?
It's the goat. Okay, I start like through my robes. I start calling for help and like pounding on the doors.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
particularly strong, so
Yeah, yeah.
and it works and I'm fine.
It
where
works.
this is going?
The
Okay.
poison gas works.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should have been more specific. You got me.
Yeah, so you pass out.
Okay, cool. Love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in a still breathing way?
Yeah. You're gonna-
Pass out and not die.
Yeah.
You know, just you're dead forever. Okay.
You know.
Yep.
Then I get.
How did I burn up another character?
It's okay. It's a real quick process. Oh, the goat. Goats are.
Goats are.
Oh,
I love
great.
it.
Oh, that's so good. Okay.
I like it a
The
lot.
tag just said goat when you named it. It had to like squeeze the
Squeeze the
C-A-R-T
yeah.
in there.
They wanted to name it what?
All right. Lexi.
Oh boy.
Hi. Thank you for
Hi.
coming back. Appreciate it. Okay. I have a anything you want to do right after council meeting, or
Yes. Again, time-wise and location-wise, I'm not positive where Fatima is, but I do send a message to her, like either to her directly or to her person who takes her messages, saying that I would like a one-on-one meeting with her
okay. Well,
at her earliest convenience.
I mean, we can back up a little bit. You guys all come out of council. Do you want to just talk to her out after council meeting? Like,
Yeah.
Like, so a council meeting happens. It's just the consuls, you 20 plus people in a big room. But when you outside that room is where your entourages leave. So there's always like a bunch of priests of set, there, and
Right.
Tariq waits for you there, and anybody from your department,
Yeah.
So when council is adjourned, you can you can just go over and talk to her.
Okay, and but also at this point, would it be reasonable to think that because I've stepped into Halsan's position, and he was at the council meeting, right, or not yet?
He was not at this
He's not. So he's still
council
not there. So would it be fair to assume at this point that his entourage is now following me?
Yeah, kind of. They're definitely waiting for you to come out.
Yep.
I mean,
Sounds
Hassan
good.
is back in his personal chambers for
course.
prayers.
And I have his signature.
Ultak has been shipped off to Tashamal, the river of the desert, blood desert, whatever.
Bye.
Anyway. Yeah, so there's a bunch of
There we go now.
there's
And I definitely
priests.
acknowledge them, and I definitely just behave like, well, yes, you are my entourage. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, and you've got the daughter of Set, who's there in human form.
Yep.
And,
Thank you for
and
that.
she's just always, just like she's like a dog on a leash. I mean, she's just like ready to go rip somebody at
Yeah, I
any
like
point.
her.
Just like all you have to do is just like point, just wink at her the right way, and she'll attack.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I definitely,
Yeah.
I make a point to talk to all of them because I'm sure I know Halsan's entourage pretty well because he and I work so closely together anyway. But I make sure to like talk to them, address their needs. I'm actually like making sure that I'm kind of taking care of them. Like, I know you all must have been very concerned with everything that's happening, but don't worry, we're okay. Like with the daughter of Set, I'm like, hey, like, what do you need? Just kind of taking care of them. That's all. Like a good leader.
With no ulterior motives
No
at all.
ulterior motives. I've never had any in my
Just
life.
a good
I think
guy.
I want to create a NPC like just under you, Setite priest. No, the daughter of Set is from the military,
Yes.
right? So this would be like the priest chain of command, like sort of like your go-to
Yeah.
person that tell what to do. Do you have any ideas for what this NPC for you got a guy named for me, or you want me to? You want me to go? How about an ethnicity? Do you want to gender?
Let's say a guy
Okay.
from Roosh.
Okay,
Roosh.
sure. Male Roosh.
With a Rooshian name.
Yevgeny.
Yeah.
Whatever those may be.
Well, they're like Russian names, although you kind
I
of.
said Yevgeny.
Oh, that one. I want
Otherwise,
that
that'd be a
one. I
weird
want the-
suggestion.
Megan, you said
Wait.
weirder things.
That is true. Yevgeny?
Yafghani. Oh, I thought you said Afghani. I was
Yevgeny?
like,
How do you spell it?
Yevgeny.
that's a form of currency.
Y-E-G. Nope. Y-E-V-G-E-N-Y. You have the
Yep.
computer.
Yevgeny.
Watching a spelling bee.
Yeah,
I don't know how to spell it. We're just to be like, yes, that's how you spell it. You're a photographer. You can make it up.
Yeah.
That's what cartographers do.
Yep.
Invent people names.
Okay.
They place places names.
Sure.
There you go.
Once it's on the map,
And I
that's how it's
think it
spelled.
might be.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, one reason you might be kind of drawn to him is that you are not Egyptian. You're not Ma'at.
Yeah.
And most of the priests are, but he's not. So maybe it's kind of like,
Bonding.
yeah, a little bonding on that.
little
So,
outsider
okay,
bonding.
so yeah, so he's all the priests, but he is, are eager to know everything that happened. I mean, there's definitely a desire. All the consuls, as they're exiting, their entourages are very curious what happened. Most of the consuls are coming out telling people to go do things and stuff like that. So they're going to assume you want to go back to the temple unless you
Yes, I'm
dart
gonna,
over and see.
I'm going to step aside, call out to Counselor Fatima, if I may have a moment of your time.
Yes, and I'll do the greeting of how you would greet a priestess of Set.
like get down on your knees.
No, wait, is that down on your knees?
No,
Is that,
I'm just
no, I was
teasing.
just like a
Appropriate.
Like a full
appropriate
worship
yeah.
moment. No.
She falls to the
Oh,
ground.
thank you. I do deserve it, so I appreciate it. No.
How are you doing after, of course, the riots? I was glad we were able to help you in your.
Of course,
Temple.
that is. I am, still just so greatly disturbed. Not only by the actions of the people, but I would say even greater by the inactions of so many of our colleagues. Which is why I wanted to address you personally and again acknowledge and express my gratitude for you and your your band stepping in the way that you did.
Yes, me and the bastards are always there to help.
Yes.
And thank you again for your acknowledgement inside the camp. Many people laughed, but you see the vision that I have.
I do, absolutely, I do. I mean, clearly, they are effective. They are brave, more so than, I mean, where was our city guard as our own people were being killed? But, as it were, I just want to make sure that you know that should you need it, I am grateful and you have my support. I greatly hear what you're saying on some of the efforts that you are putting forward. And I hope that in our seemingly shared goal of city security, we can continue to work together.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course, I agree. And then, if you ever need any more plans or just be like, if you need more help in your area as well, just give me a call. I have people that can help bring order.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And that is all she needed to do.
All right. Okay. Shall we frame to your scanning, probing? Are you showing up for your probing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She makes a point to make sure everyone knows that she is showing up for her probing. She doesn't. She doesn't say.
In case you're joining us for the first time, the probing you're talking about is psionic probing. After the Emperor's death, the head of Palace Security has been rounding up people of interest to probe them psychically to make sure that they weren't involved. And
So get your heads out of the gutter.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
but why don't we come back to that?
Okay.
Yeah, or if there's. It just has to happen sometime during this session. It doesn't have to happen right now, right?
Yeah,
It
she
should.
just wants to make sure to make a point that she's very loud about the fact that, like, I am prepared, for the interrogation. I have nothing to hide, and she never mentions Hulsan's name, but it's a little bit of a reminder that he's not there.
Yeah.
And so be it.
Fair. Okay, we're back to you, Bonsai.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you have some idea of something you would like to do, or do you want me to throw something at you?
At the moment, I am just waiting and hoping to hear from words of course, Amira. If Amira, nothing still. I'm not. That's like kind of in the back of the mind, making sure that people are locked down and everything. But I don't have anything in mind other than planning on how to raid the Dwarven area right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be in conferring with your officers about Forge Park.
Yeah. Forge Park.
Where the Dwarven ghetto, if you will, where
Yes.
where Amira was last seen, and collecting intel on the park. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the park.
Okay.
Or I don't know what I told you before, so I'll just kind of start from the beginning. But basically, Forge Park was, years and years ago, the Emperor thought, hey, it'd be a good idea to have a public anvil, a public forge that anybody could just go use, right? And so they built a park, built a forge, and so it's called Forge Park. And, well, the place basically became overrun by outcast dwarf gangs. So in the dwarves of Chaldea there's proper dwarves that are part of a clan who are very upstanding, and live according to the tenets of the clan and family oriented, all that stuff. But if you don't toe the line, you get kicked out of the clan.
Yeah.
And then you become an outcast dwarf. And outcast dwarves are known to be very, violent, they're shamed. Shame usually turns into violence and vagrancy and greed and so on. So these, and the challenge with sort of going in and, every once in a while, certainly, there have been, attempts to clean up the place. Well, the dwarves all just kind of dissipate. They all just go. What are you going to do? Go in and kill dwarf men and women,
No.
families. I mean, so. Every once in a while, it's like dealing with drug problems in a real world. It's like you can go and clean. It can take a lot of effort to.
It doesn't actually help.
And it's they just seep out and then come back when nobody's So, in the wake in the last couple of weeks since the emperor's death, these the Forge Park has been a hotbed of civil disobedience and parties.
It's understandable.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it's like. They're pretty. They have a forge.
Yeah.
They make armor. They're pretty well armed.
Well, I would because my group of bastards are hodgepodge anyways. I would feel like I would have some because they need. It's not that they're misguided or they're not like uncivil. It's just that they're misguided and they need a new family. My family.
Outcasts, bastards. Seems like a short commute to me.
Yeah, there you go. So it's just I've been slowly making efforts, and there is a handful of dwarves. We don't discriminate in the Brigade of Bastards here.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah. So maybe if I could talk to some of them there, be like, hey, do you know like what plans, like ways that they would think somewhere that a mirror would be, and how we could go in and approach. We don't need to be loud unless we need to be loud.
Okay, so what you're thinking is that maybe you have a dwarf outcast, an outcast dwarf bastard as part of your retinue who might know something about Forge Park. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. I should have at least a handful.
I think that calls for a circles test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think that's a circles test.
All right.
So the way circles, and by the way, this is a good reminder. Circles are a great way of creating an NPC that they can be your friend if you succeed at the test. If you fail the test, you may have created the NPC.
I got a 3 in circles.
Okay, so let me do my calculations for the circles. Okay.
I think is this the first circle test that's been in this game so far?
Maybe you. There have been a couple circles tests, but just maybe not at the table where you were.
Yeah, not where I was at.
Okay, so circles start as one. Let's see, you have overlapping life paths, obviously. So you're looking for somebody that's in your organization already.
Yep.
Station is a lower station than you because they work for you. So that's going to be a +1 ob. So it's a 2, and you want them to have specific knowledge
We've been in this
Forge
city.
Park.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's gonna be. It's gonna make it an ob3 test.
Okay.
Okay.
I have
And you're also obligated to name this dwarf.
Ooh. I'm gonna name. Let's see. I'm trying to think. We're gonna go ahead and go with a different name altogether. It's gonna be like they chose their name because they didn't like their old dwarf name. Now they're Xavier.
Xavier.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to have what, 3? What's your circles test? 3? Okay.
And then you said it was because they're within my circle, I get a +1? Or
No, that was +1 to the ob. That's how the ob. Those pluses were how the ob got from 1 to 3.
okay.
But
So I will go
you
ahead.
can get a help die from Tariq on this.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you can get help dice.
I wouldn't think, well, because he's different underground.
Well, but he's always with you, so he knows.
Yeah, he's already,
Yeah.
he's always with me.
Well, let's just say there's somebody on your staff that would.
Always,
That you could.
yeah.
You've got people. You've got an entourage, right? You
Yeah,
got
I have an
people who work for-
entourage. Would also City-Wise help me?
No, city-wise
not?
is how cities in general work,
Ah.
not how this particular city works.
And then command, would that help me since I am in a commanding position and this person is below me?
Command is not going to help with circles test.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
That would be
I'm-
once you've circled them, you might be able to use
about
command
haggling?
on them.
Haggling? I have haggling.
You're not.
Dang it.
You're haggling with the DM, is what you're doing.
I'm trying. No,
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
all right, I got it. All right.
So you got 4 dice.
4 dice.
And op 3. You can use persona if you have a persona.
I do have, I believe, hold on, let me double check. Let me double
And
check.
I do advise you to
you
never
should.
use your last persona. That's your get out of
I
jail
have
free card.
2 personas, so I could use 1 persona.
If you like. If
I
you,
will use 1 persona.
it gives you a die.
Yeah.
So use a different color die for that because
Okay.
it doesn't count against for our calculations
It's one of the ones that's definitely glow in the dark, which we
Yeah.
know if you would turn out the lights.
Yeah. Okay. Top 3. Let's see what you get. Okay, we're building up the die roll here. Hey, top 3. She needs 3
Oh, wait, that one's
successes.
cocked.
Okay, re-roll it.
Roll that. So we do have a 6 before I re-roll it, a 4, and then a 5.
Oh, you already got your odd 3.
Well, just in case.
Well, you've got it.
Okay. Wait,
No bonus points for exceeding. Yeah, for overperforming. Yeah, no.
But it
no,
feels
you
good.
got
Do
it.
the bare minimum.
Okay, so Xavier, yes,
Sorry, Xavier?
Xavier,
Yeah, Xavier. Sorry.
Xavier,
Xavier.
Xavier, Xavier. Who's Xavier? Xavier or Xavier? Xavier.
However,
okay.
however it comes out next time.
So, yeah, I should bring. Yeah, he gets brought before you. You know, yeah. If you find him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Xavier. I know that you were able to first point Amira out to where she needed to go, and gave some hint. Now, my friend, I'll go up and put my hand on her shoulder. We need you to help us out. You know how we're family now,
Yes. Yes.
and one of our family members is stuck.
Yes,
In-
this is my family. I hope you know how much I am grateful for everything you've done for me.
Same thing. And I give a solid pat on the shoulder. And
When
I don't want to put you in danger, but
when
if
my
you
clan kicked me out, it was you that invited me, gave me a place where I could fit in.
yeah, of course, because we're all bastards.
That's right.
And that family of yours, they didn't know the
Yeah.
value, the gem they lost.
Yeah, that's right.
And I need you.
And I gave up my drinking. So I don't. I never drink. Well, at least daytime drinking. I never drink during the
that's all you
daytime
can ask
anymore.
for,
Yep. And
And
Yep.
you don't do the hard ones. You just do ales, and I'm very proud of you for that.
I haven't drank nog and
Yeah.
Well, I did during my clan week a while back. I did break into some nog. I was
only once.
I was very homesick. I have to admit.
It's okay. We all
Yeah.
did that way.
Yeah.
But with this, Xavier, we.
But I keep my
use-
weapon sharp. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I can't keep it straight.
No, I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, it's
yeah.
good blade. Wait, can you show me your blade right now?
Yeah.
You do a little cut paper test.
Who's this?
Just keep in mind that this is still going on simultaneously.
Oh, yeah. Is that
Oh yeah, the pointy.
Yeah, that's great.
Was,
Nice.
taken.
Just fully poisoned in a carriage.
Poison for Glinda. Glinda, the poison.
You did it,
go.
you Galinda me.
nice? That's lovely. Thank
Yeah.
you to know.
That's great.
Okay, eventually,
eventually.
eventually you cut through. He's
Yeah,
very,
just like it's
Yeah.
like a hop. Like I understand that this has been.
Yeah.
He's like one of those jump rope
Yeah.
folks that you have to like hop in at a good point to have a
Right.
conversation.
jump rope built. It's like,
But yes, no, and then I'll point out the map.
like
I'll
rainy
just like
day
put the
people or
map down and be
something,
like,
yeah.
hey, you know how, like where would like basically, you know how this area works, and being a dwarf I know who can be relied on. You can tell me, I don't want to be a menace to them.
wait, who are we talking about here?
The dwarves, the others. We have to go get Amira. Amira hasn't checked back in.
Oh,
Yes, and you remember who she was meeting with.
oh. You don't want me to go there, do you?
I just need you to point away.
Just, well, it's right. Yeah, we just go down the street.
No, but I mean, like, I have the close-up, like, which one is, like, I'll show them points. But you know what, actually, we're family. You can come and lead us there, like, especially because you can show all these other dwarves that you didn't meet them.
Lead? Lead them? Lead you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Like, so you'll be right with me.
Yes.
So like, I'm leading, like pointing, which yeah, okay, right with you. Yes, I'll go with you.
believe in
I will
you.
go with you. Yes, for sure. Yes, yeah. We're bringing everybody else too, right?
guess.
mean,
and
we're
then, of
not-
course, Tariq as well.
Yeah, great. Yeah, excellent. Good, yeah. But like everybody, right? We're not just, I mean, like all the troops, right?
20, we don't want to be too loud. Like 20. We're just going to go in there, have a nice chat, and then come back with Amira.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, okay,
And
yeah.
we need you to tell which is the, least resistant place. Like I said, we just want to go in, have a nice conversation.
With who?
Well, do I remember who they were supposed to meet, just out of character? Do I know who Mira was
She
supposed
just
to
went in there, but she was, your mission, go around and beat people up and looking for answers on who killed your brother. That was kind of roughly,
Yeah, roughly roughly
what you told her
let's
to
go
do.
you could just tell me who, just point away, who is the head honcho in there, so we have a civil conversation.
Oh, well, there's some, you mean like the gangs?
Who's the biggest one?
Like the biggest gang leader?
Yeah.
All right.
Just going in and having a
probably
civil conversation.
just go to the forge.
Yeah.
That's like the main hangout place for the gangs. Is at the forge.
Okay. And you're going to help us go
in
in
Forge
there, right?
Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. Let me get my what he's got. Yeah. I guess I got everything. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Yeah.
he looks a little unsure. Can I inspire confidence in Xavier right now? Because,
Well, he's going. If it becomes an issue, you can try. Like right now, he's going with you.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like your presence will help him if there's make a steel test, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right.
No.
Yeah,
We're just going to
he's
go
going.
in
He's-
and having a civil
Okay.
conversation with 20 of my folks, and we're not going to go
Okay, so you bring a band of 20 warriors with you,
talk.
and
to talk.
to go. Yeah. No. That's fine. Great.
And then I remember
are you
last time there was, can I just get some of the ale that I know, because I know that was like this discussion between me and Amara. It was ale will probably lubricate the conversation.
You want to take some ale? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take some ale. Can we get some good stuff? This is Xavier asking. Can we get some of that nog?
All right, you know what? This is a special celebration. Let's go ahead and get some nog.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it. I don't.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I know. I'm just going to,
Okay. Right.
we'll say that
okay.
I have.
All right. So you guys go off to.
Door Forge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you.
Forge
Yeah.
Park on the map, by the way, if anyone wants to.
Yeah, it's all
yeah,
the way
yeah,
over there.
Yeah.
So we're making
Yeah.
our way.
Okay, well, Megan. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
How am I the one that's passed out in carriage? Okay.
Listen, the map world is intense.
It is intense. Yeah. Yeah. Or oh no, was I a target? Because I'm the weakest one. I don't know. I guess we'll see what's going on. Okay. Yeah.
So, you eventually kind of find yourself coming to a bit, and you're on a road in the carriage, going through the countryside, somewhere, and
Do I
kind of like.
recognize?
You're not in the city anymore.
Yeah.
You're out in the country. It's Roosh. You can.
Yeah.
It's.
Can I tell what time of day it is? Like how long I've been out?
Oh yeah, it's well into the afternoon.
Okay,
It's
so like
late
hours?
afternoons. Yeah.
Like brain damage amount of time. Okay, cool. Just lots of brain damage. Got it.
No, you don't have any brain damage.
Yeah, it was magic
This
poison.
This is fantasy role
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Yeah, so kind of struggling to
Yeah.
come to and you can look out the windows of
Yeah.
every carriage. It is. You notice that the carriage is sealed.
Yeah.
Like glass and stuff that covers all the stuff and
I try not to make too much noise back here so that they maybe don't know that I'm awake if no one else I was
Right.
like looking in the.
Nobody's.
But I'm trying to like look out and see if I
Yeah.
recognize any land masses or like, you know what I mean? Like if there's any like mountains or
Sure.
roads.
Yeah. Well, you're on a road.
Yeah.
So let's see. You have. Let's see if you have a skill. I don't know if you would have a skill
Yeah,
that
okay,
might
okay.
apply here. It's kind of. You could open up skill.
What's that?
You could open Roosh Wise, which would be
Yeah.
knowledge about the kingdom of Roosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a good, you live here.
Yeah.
You have a good basis for.
Do. Watch. How do I do that again?
Okay, so I'll use your character sheet as an example.
Okay.
There's a section called. Where's your other sheet?
Okay.
Here we go.
There.
There's this section called skills being learned.
Okay.
Okay, so right here you would write
Roosh-wise?
Roosh, ROOSH hyphen Wise, WISE. And what is your perception?
My perception is 6.
Okay, so where it says aptitude is, I think 10 minus that number. Aptitude is 10 minus 6, so you're 4.
Okay.
Your aptitude is 4. Okay, and so that's how many tests you'll have to make before you have the skill for real.
Okay.
Okay, and so to kind of know where you're at en Rouge based on looking at the terrain, that seems like a fairly simple thing.
Yeah. Especially for someone whose literal job it is to
There's
map
maps. Yeah, yeah.
place, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a +1 advantage die for that.
Okay.
Okay. And your perception is 6, so you get 6 dice for having 6 perception.
Okay. 6 and then 1 extra.
And then 1 extra.
Okay.
And the ob is, let's say the ob is 2
Oh, okay.
to know where you're at. But it's doubled because you don't actually have the skill. That's the penalty for not having the skill,
Okay.
is the ob is doubled.
Okay, so
Four.
4.
Four.
4.
Right.
Okay.
And
That's scarier.
All right.
Oh, wait. 1,
Wow.
2?
2? Are you kidding?
Is the axe a 6 or is
It's
the
a
axe
1, which is stupid. It should be a 6.
The axe should feel victorious.
Yeah, it's not though.
yeah.
Well,
So
if you
okay.
have
you got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes. Yeah. Can I?
You can spend a fate
Retroactively
and explode
doing
the 6s. I mean, you'll have to roll
I got
another.
1 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I spent 2 fate potentially?
No, you
Or-
would spend 1 fate, and then you would have to roll another 6, and then a 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah, I have 5 fate. I'll just do
Yeah,
it.
you might as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Okay.
You might as well. See if you
Got a
get
lot of
another.
fate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these ones are basically garbage.
Right.
Okay. So that's 2 successes. And a failure. Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
listen, I
but-
was just poisoned. I think that it's
Yeah.
okay if I don't quite know my,
Yeah,
my
right,
berries yet.
But you do get credit for a test.
Oh, for trying. I tried.
Yeah, you tried. So
Yay.
you've got 1 of the 4 you need to
Participation trophy.
Yeah.
participation trophy.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait to look out the window again and do that second test. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. At this point, I guess I'll bang on the walls and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need to use the bathroom soon. So how long am I gonna have to hold it back here? How long do we have?"
You're kind of a laugh. Oh, she's awake. Yeah. Yeah. There's a pot under the seat.
Oh,
Well, we're moving. That's a mess in the making.
Okay, let's stop.
Okay.
Do you want to just frame forward to getting to your destination, or are you gonna try and come up with some way to escape
Well,
from this thing?
here is what I will do. If they do stop, I will does anyone get off of? Do either of them?
No, they just stop.
or whoever. Okay.
Oh, they don't
Well, then yeah, we can fast forward. If I can't
Yeah.
try to see them or anything. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you wanted to try. The only thing I could think when I was thinking, like, what could you possibly do? You could try and bribe them, or whoever they are. Or you could try to intimidate them. Like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
I'm the Imperial Consul of Cartography.
Assume that's why they've kidnapped me because of who I am.
Yeah, but you could threaten them with what sort of like horrible things are going to happen to
Yeah.
them if they didn't if they
Right.
don't So anyway, those are the
Yeah.
options I could think
Yeah,
of, or you
yeah,
could just
I'll-
not worry about it. Maybe you don't want to be running around in the wilderness by yourself. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where I am.
you don't even know
So
where
getting
you're
out
at.
of the carriage is not necessarily like
Or I could be really mean and insist that you know where you are, but it's wrong.
because I failed so much. I'm going to wait because I don't know where I am, and
Yeah.
once I have my bearings a little better, then maybe I can formulate a plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. So we'll frame forward,
Okay.
and you end up. Well, you wanted to go here anyway. You end up at the country estate of Servius Castus.
You guys had no idea how intense the world of map making is.
It is very
Everyone, there's literally a war going on, and this is happening in the background. Okay, focus up.
What a waste
and-
of good poison.
So yeah, the carriage pulls in. You see, there's legionnaires. It's a very military type of villa. It's a villa of a military person. The villa's really nice. It's kind of hilly. It's wine country.
Yes, really beautiful.
It's nice. It's
Loving
beautiful.
the
It's a
scenery.
country, walled state.
Yeah. I am
and-
slightly more concerned with the being kidnapped than how pretty it is. Like in
What a beautiful
character.
place to die.
Yeah. My character is not taking in this sweet scenery.
Yeah, but
I just-
it's my job to say
Yeah,
these things.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
painting a picture also from this side.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't
fair
care.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's beautiful, and I'm mad. I'm mad about it because I do know where we are now. I just hate this guy.
Yeah.
I hate him so
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the carriage doors open, and a couple of legionnaires help you out, and Servius Castus is standing there with a big smile on his face and arms crossed, kind of.
So you think you can just kidnap a member of the Council of Consuls?
Yeah, I think I can. In fact, I think I just did.
Fair. But how long can you escape unscathed after doing so?
I'm not alone. I have friends.
You have friends. You're
I-
not very likable. I doubt it.
I have friends. I think I'll be just fine.
I think you might have sycophants. It's not the same thing.
I have soldiers. Yes. Well-trained men who are loyal. But you will be afforded every courtesy. Let's see. He uses your title, whatever it would have been before you became a consul.
Oh, gross.
Were you a
This
justiciar?
guy's such a dick.
a justiciar, maybe?
Let me.
Paulina,
Where's
you
my?
were
Oh God, it's
a
another piece of
minister.
paper.
You were a municipal minister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
was.
he says, yes, Minister Volkova.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. I actually got a promotion a while back.
I was there.
I don't know. I remember.
So do I. But the emperor is no longer with us, so time for things to go back to the way they were.
Interesting.
So you're escorted to your quarters,
Okay.
and you are being held for whatever reasons. You're basically being held in house arrest, held prisoner, however you want to describe it.
Okay. Question:
Yes.
Do my quarters have windows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah,
Building
what level?
wise.
Oh, they're like up on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, okay. Do
of
they open,
course.
though?
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
I'm watching very actively to see if he has any like trained birds. Because I know how to call a falcon. Maybe I can like somehow use this, even though this doesn't make sense yet. But I'm just like, I'm just
No,
just counting my assets. You know?
that's fair.
Okay.
That's
Great.
fair. Yep.
Why do you have the skill to call a falcon?
I'm good at
What
falconry.
life path
She's got
led to
falconry.
that?
Falconry. That's a very
Falconry. That's Kashara and I share an aviary.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
that's how they
Falcons
were.
are friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Falconry is a very, popular sort of sport
Mm-hmm.
for the wealthy.
Yep. There. Yep. You're
Yes,
right.
they are.
Yep.
I think it's time for the die of fate. Like,
Oh, okay.
this is like, does he have falcons or not? Is he also a falconer? Okay,
Okay,
so it's
okay.
going to be the die of fate. 4, 5, or 6 is in your favor, and he also has falcon. He
Okay.
has falcons here.
Okay.
Doesn't mean.
Yeah, no, I just realized this
there are
is
more
not.
steps in
this
the
isn't
process.
a plan yet.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is-
yeah, But just see if he has.
an
falcons.
observation.
4, 5, or 6.
Okay. Oh, so many falcons.
And they like you.
My friends. That's what a 6 means. They love me. Okay.
Yeah.
I just have mice in my pockets at all times in case I meet a falcon.
Or you did an underhanded gift of a really like naughty falcon that loved you, and you gave it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. He's got falcons. Like he has falcons.
Yep. He has falcons. I probably should make a note of that as well.
Dot dot dot. No plan yet.
Question mark?
He has falcons. Okay. I would like to do any of the guys who are like escorting me to quarters. Is it like the same couple people that are like assigned to me, or?
Okay, so there is kind of a couple levels
Okay.
of this. So there's like security.
Yeah.
Like the soldiers, but soldiers aren't normally tromping around inside the main house. You're actually taken into the main house.
Okay. That's very nice of him.
You're giving quarters as you are a noblewoman.
Yeah.
You're a
Super
noblewoman
thoughtful.
of this country. Yeah, and so you're actually being treated properly in a way. I mean, the whole thing is a mess and shouldn't be, but I mean, just being
Yeah.
clear on that. And in fact,
Not like in a dungeon.
you
Yeah.
are assigned a young lady to attend to you.
Okay.
And her name is Lady Githia Vyacheslav. And she's introduced to you. And
Spelled like
you
that.
actually recognize the last name.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Vyacheslav. I recognize that name. I say to her one day.
Yeah. Well, after you introduce and you guys are alone, and she has no idea who you are except in her
rude.
console.
Unbelievable. I'm
I mean,
so.
she-
I'm a. Okay,
Well, she
whatever.
recognizes you by rank, right? But she doesn't know you.
take
She's
it.
young.
Yeah.
You know, so she's
so young.
Yeah. yeah.
Otherwise, she would know.
You, you remember her mother,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you you remember, I'm going to tell you why you remember her, stuff like that. But to actually have an understanding of who her mother is, who her family is, Rouge-wise.
Rouge-wise. Nice. Okay. Great. And what? I had like 100.
Yeah, you can take another test of
No,
Rouge-wise.
it was
to
6,
see if
right?
6 dice
6.
and
And then, okay, what? Heraldry? Studying heraldry would surely tell me something about the families, right?
Yeah.
I got a new!
good.
Okay, so
yeah.
that's an extra one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got a lot of extra ones.
Yeah, I got I got etiquette. I've got bureaucracy. I don't know what their family's known for. So
I'm because I am a kind and generous DM. I am so kind and generous. This is actually a really easy one.
Okay.
It's only going to be, it's an ob 1, but it's double to 2 because
Yeah.
You don't actually have the skill. So
Okay.
ob 2. I think you're rolling 7 dice.
Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, nice.
You
I did
got
a
it.
thing.
got 2.
Yeah.
You got it.
I got 3.
Three?
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Extra credit.
Extra.
Extra credit. I did the
Falcon
thing.
loves you.
Great. Oh, and I get another participation trophy. Okay.
Yay.
You know that her
Yeah.
mother is Euproxia Vyacheslav, who is a prince of Rouge.
Her mother's a Prince of Rouge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dang.
So
okay.
the social
she's like,
structure of Rouge
Okay.
is that all of Rouge, the highest you can be in the nobility is a prince.
Okay.
We think of a prince as being the son of a king, but in this culture, it is the top
rank.
things to be a prince.
Okay.
And the most powerful prince that is voted by the other princes when the previous prince dies is the grand prince.
Okay.
And so Boguslav Tihomir is the grand
grand
prince of Rouge.
Right.
So she is the head of another noble family of this kingdom.
Okay.
And and the way you know her, the reason you know her, aside from just being important in Rouge, is that you went to a cartography conference with her.
Yes.
Cartography world is so wild.
It's very like a secular area right there. It's like once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
You went to
Nice.
a cartography.
We went to CartCon together.
There was in the kingdom of Munchkin in the continent of Indonesia years ago, in the capital of Kofin. And the conference the topic was shading techniques in wood-burned maps.
Yes. Oh my God, I remember that talk.
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing.
It was all the rage for like
Yeah.
3 years. And
Yeah,
then people realized you just couldn't get the details doing maps on
Yeah,
parchment.
the artistry of it though was really
yeah.
the
It still
the thing
shows
to,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably work it into your art. at
Oh yeah,
times,
no, I
'cause-
have several pieces in my home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So this was like when that was the rage. You and her kind of bonded because you're both from Rouge.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
both the same ethnicity in a foreign kingdom. And you were already a consul at that point. It's within your consul life path. In those days, she wasn't prince. Her
Okay.
husband had not died, but when her husband died, Zvolad, she became prince. Anyway, backstory.
Yeah. No, that is
Yeah.
very important
Yeah.
because then I'm like, oh, Githia, Lady Githia. I knew your mother.
Oh,
Yes. Is she still alive?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She's actively prince currently.
Actively
Okay.
prince. She doesn't come into Saratof very
Yeah.
often. She's
Okay.
not really part of the Saratof scene. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we attended a cartography conference together on wood burning map. Do you remember a
she
few
loves
years
me.
ago?
My mother
Yes,
loves
exactly. No, I know.
wood burning.
And we
Yeah.
we both discovered. No, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay.
Yeah.
However, if you want to discuss wood burning techniques
Yeah,
in map
well,
making
no.
later, I would absolutely.
I did not really choose to follow my mother's art.
Okay, well, surely.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot to learn there if you are interested. I am available. I can't go anywhere. So, but other than that, what is happening here? How are you a part of this?
Let me give you a tour. And so she thinks you're asking about like,
Yeah.
where do I go to the bathroom? How do I eat? Where do I
Yeah,
bathe? And all that
as
sort of
she
stuff
starts
like that.
pointing this
Yeah.
stuff out, I
Yeah,
try to
Yeah.
politely, but I'm like, no. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but how is it that you are here? How is it that you came to be assigned to me? And why am I here
Okay, so let me give you a little information that your character would know.
Yeah, okay.
And this is a common, I know it's common in Western European cultures. I don't really know it was common in Russian culture, but I'm adopting it anyway. That it's kind of like
She's just a lady that
finishing
was sent
school.
to, yeah, okay.
like when you have a noble daughter who's a teenager, they're often sent to be a lady that takes care of a noble woman.
Lady in waiting.
Okay, lady in waiting. And because you can't have peasants seeing you
Right,
naked,
gross.
you can't have people who aren't nobility tending to your personal
Yeah.
stuff. Right. So this is like
She's just here. As,
she is
part
she
of her
is here in
education.
the service of Servius Castus.
Great. Well, then.
Yeah.
Is also strange. Does Service Castus have like a wife or children that she's
Ooh,
supposed to be? Yeah, I know, an idiot. Okay. Okay, well,
Do you ask her that?
yeah. I'm like, why are you
yeah. He's married. Yeah, he has a wife. Yeah.
poor woman?
Yeah.
Is,
You say that?
Yes.
She doesn't respond to that.
Is she okay?
She's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry. Do you know that I am not here by my own choice?
Yes. But I will make you as comfortable as I can.
It's extremely appreciated. Thank you.
And I've been promised that you will not be mistreated or inappropriately in any way.
Okay. Aside from the time I got poisoned and kidnapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
Yes, my lady.
checking. That gets a pass. But after. Okay.
Well, I think that, yes, you're right. I'm not going to defend them. Yeah.
Have you heard anything about what he's planning to do?
He doesn't consult with me, ma'am.
Surely, though, the rumor mill. If he's staging a kidnapping and a house arrest of a member of
I know
the council.
I know that he has been. People say that he is bragging about how he will soon be back on the council of consuls. So, that's your position, right?
That is my position. Yeah.
Well,
Sounds like
maybe.
he's planning to take it, which doesn't actually sound like he'll be treating me very well. After all.
Well, I don't think he intends to let you go free, if that's what you mean. No, you're right. I can only tend to your comfort, not your freedom.
Would you... Here's my worry. I just got a new goat. And the household isn't prepared to take care of it yet. I just want to send them word to make sure that they care for my new goat. I get a star about the goat. Goat star. Thank you.
Do it for Goat's Art.
Oh, the best comeback or the best callback ever.
I don't want to put you in a difficult position, but if I gave you a note to send to my household just on the care of the goat, would you be able to send it for me? I'm sure I'm not allowed to send correspondence. I just worry about the goat. I have falsehood.
I'm going to say she just believes you. Like I'm going to say yes.
Okay, good, because that's also true.
Yeah.
It's not
she's-
even a falsehood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She believes you. It's just like you want her to. You haven't. This is like the first time you've met with her.
Yeah.
You don't really have. But you can try to. This is a persuasion test. She's not going to just say yes to
Sure.
that. You can try to persuade her to do something
Okay.
that she views as dangerous and disloyal to her house,
use
where
this
she's
one.
been assigned,
this one did.
something that could bring embarrassment to her family,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
not
But she is a young teenage girl. So,
Okay.
so her will is probably 3. So that's your ob for
Okay.
well, let's see, do you have persuasion?
I do.
Okay.
I have 3 though. Can I
You can spend persona for extra dice.
employ oratory in my plea to her? No, okay.
Oratory is making a speech to a crowd.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
sway
yeah.
a crowd. Trying to sway a crowd of 1.
You could fork in falsehood.
Okay.
By just, working in a lie.
Right. Well,
to-
I mean, because here's the thing.
Every
I am worried
argument can
about
be-
the goat, but I'm not. It's not about the goat. Don't tell her.
Yeah.
It's true, but it's
Yeah,
not about the goat.
yeah.
Okay, and then
Every argument can be made better if you're willing to throw in a lie.
all right, and then
Just flavoring.
you said a persona for 1 more, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That gets you to 5 dice.
Okay.
Okay, so the penalty for failure is that she's going to take your note and give it to Servius Castus.
Okay.
What is the
Ob 3.
Can I also
You can
get
back out of the test, by the way, too.
No, can I get a die for knowing her mom? Like, is that a circle thing that I can?
It would
be
be
like we were
if I
buddies in
gave it to
cartography
you,
school?
It's not really. It would just
Yeah.
be an advantage die by
Hereditary?
calling in. I think that qualifies as an advantage die.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You said ob 3?
Ob 3.
Ob 3? Oh, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I thought
Yay.
that 4 was a 7 for a second, and I was like, wait.
Okay, so she very
Okay.
cautiously takes the note.
Okay.
And when I come back to you, maybe you can write the note.
Okay, perfect.
How's that? How's
Great.
that?
And I have received a reminder to remind you that we are going to need a break.
Oh, yeah. Would you like a break? Should we do a break now? Would you like a break?
If it works, I was reminded to remind you.
You were reminded to remind me. Yes, it is good to have a break. Well, let's see. We've gone. If we do another scene with you, then we will have gone around.
Yes.
Um,
Twice.
Yeah.
We will have gone around twice.
Really quick.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I get a bubble for doing a persuasion, right?
Let's see. Yeah, how many dice did you roll? Not counting the persona.
I rolled 5.
And
So I rolled
what-
6 total. So
You rolled 6 dice.
I rolled 6 total, but one of them was a
Okay.
persona.
So you rolled 5 dice
Yeah.
versus an ob of 3.
Yep.
Yep, that's a routine test.
Okay.
Routine test.
Trouble. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Checking off.
Thank you.
See, y'all are mastering the system. Okay, I think we should do your
Is it time for my probing?
probing. Let's
Yes.
do your
Yeah, get probed.
Get
I'm
probed.
ready.
Yeah.
Everyone else got probed. It's my turn.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's nice time.
I want to be included.
Yes, so you are taken down into, there are cells, interrogation cells in the basement of the palace.
Let's do it.
There is, because you were late, you're getting a little extra attention. Amandela takes you down, is there with you. There is a couple of psionic warriors and a psionicist who will be doing the probing, the prober.
And I know that once they're in my head, I don't know how much this will help, but I do have poker face and imperious demeanor, so she is like out on the outside, at least unfazed, seemingly, even as all of this is happening.
Well, you're seated in a chair, and one of the psionic warriors comes around behind you and puts, well, they tie you into the chair, strap you in for your own safety. They put a strap around your neck and pull
For
you
safety.
back like this. So you're forced to open your mouth wide. And then above you, a trap door reveals a weird, sort of big, sluggish, Cthulhian type creature that secretes some sort of goop thing, plops into your mouth.
I drew it.
It's great. It's good stuff.
I drew it when I was getting sloppy sluggies.
Lovely
Floppy
sluggles.
sluggy.
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
slug, yes. Svarog. And the psionicist, while this is going, the psionicist sits in front of you. He looks very excited to be doing this. Like this is
I was
just
one of those ones.
yeah. And he puts his hands on your head like this, and as he puts these tendrils coming out of his fingers and go into your brain, into your mind.
This is normal.
And then you transition from your awareness transitions from the awareness of the room around you to what's called your mental foyer, which is the entry point into your consciousness. And if you were a trained scientist, you could form this foyer into something that to your desire. But since you're not, it's kind of a broken, kind of vaguely someplace that, and it could be part of a building, it could be a place from your childhood, it could be something to do with your church.
I would assume that her initial foyer would be a very Church of Set-ish looking,
Okay.
generally place.
Okay. Temple. Okay. Cool. So inside, there are aspects of you that reflect your personalities. Sort of, do you know how, in the real world, when we get triggered or different types of events, we kind of adopt different types of personalities depending on the situation we're in, right? And there's archetypes, usually there's a warrior. For you, there's definitely the priest. There's usually a child. You're asexual, so I won't put that part on you, but there is a so just kind of archetypes that your character will fall into. And these characters are totally about that emotion. The priest part of you is just praying, just like praying to Set.
Would she have ones that maybe used to be part of her personality but aren't anymore? Would they still be there in maybe a different age? Okay.
Yeah. There's usually a child.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Young 20s, got it.
Yeah. Depends on what those pieces are that feel very distinctive from where you are, as opposed to a natural growth. Do you slip back into we all slip back into childhood at points, right? We slip back into raucous teenager type thing. But those personalities are acting independently. You are in what's called the governor mode, which is Farina is logical, not emotional. The part of your self-conscious that can command the others and control them, just like we can tell our naughty selves no.
Yeah.
You're putting that aside, So that is where so your consciousness is fully in that mode. And the other ones are freaking out and doing shit and and being obnoxious or being childish or crying or all the different things. And and you very quickly realize that you know.
She does not like seeing these different versions of herself. It's very unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's very undignified.
There is an interesting, let's see here. The priestess part of you is probably praying to Set. You could, let's do that. Anyway, so the psionicist is, the warrior part's probably trying to hurt him or something like that. He's just immune to it. He just, nothing you can do to this guy.
I don't have much of a warrior anyway, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably maybe the angry teenager or
something.
Yeah. So he he follows the slug through your mind and finds the memory lane and goes down memory lane.
And I'll follow too. If I can, I just follow along with them.
Yeah. And examines your life. And the slug takes him to all the juicy places where you can look at the different parts of your history, taking special attention to any interactions you've had with Holsan, any interactions you've had with Uvaltok, with Set, which...
That feels personal and icky, but It happens.
Yeah, I think he's probably careful even of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting question. And other consoles,
Of course.
and just trying to, basically it's like he's got a hit list of people that are like looking for interactions you've had with anybody else who looks like they could be suspicious.
Yeah.
And since you haven't been involved in anything, I mean, probably finds out. Is there anything that you want to establish that he finds out that you really wish he wouldn't have, just for shits and giggles?
There's got to be. I mean, there would be nothing in direct relation to the Emperor's death because
Sure.
she was loyal
Right.
and legitimately had nothing to do with that. But I would say maybe he sees conversations with Hulsan specifically about her very vocal desire to move in a direction to make it illegal to worship other gods, because that's something that she hadn't been super vocal about because she knows that would be an unpopular stance. But she had discussed it with Hulsan, and I'd imagine he'd be kind of the one who maybe talked her down a little bit, like, I feel you got, good energy, but maybe let's not, go that route just yet and alienate everyone. That's maybe a little crazy even for me. So
He would have had similar feelings, actually.
right,
But it would have been.
would he have more of like a political
It'd be more
know-how
like
to say like,
Kadava's. We get what we can.
Yeah, like,
it's the emperor that would
he'd agree
stop
with her
that.
idea, but not agree with like going public with it.
It's
I feel like.
this would have all been while Kadava was alive.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have.
Exactly.
Without
And
his
she was
blessing.
maybe even pushier, like, well, let's talk to the let's talk him into it. Let's, she was a little,
Yeah.
and has made it
Oh,
clear.
and for sure, you would have. He also would have looked at all your conversations you had with the emperor, which were
Yeah.
probably several.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I don't think there would have been anything. I think she would have been more careful in her conversations with the emperor. Like there wouldn't really be anything. She was just very religious
Yeah.
in all her conversations.
All right. Unless there's something else you want to, I'm happy to call that.
Unless because I'm assuming he's not going too far back into like her childhood and stuff, because obviously
No.
she wasn't planning
I
to
mean-
kill the emperor when she was 12.
Not really. He will take some interest in the cult that you were a member of,
Yeah.
and
Okay, so he'll go
so-
that far back.
yeah, he'll definitely know about that cult leader, and he'll try to get a sense for what your feelings, like how, why you left.
Oh, for
and
sure.
What your relationship is with that cult now.
So the relationship now is non-existent. She left because she decided she actually did want to worship Set and became very sincerely zealous as opposed to being a con man, basically. But yeah, her time in the cult, he would definitely see she was like, as people were closing their eyes to pray, she was picking their pockets, They were pulling people in, and she was one of the people whose job was to like, convince them, like tell lies about, oh, this church did wonderful things for me. You just have to offer us this tithing,
Right.
Very, those
Yeah.
vibes. She definitely, he can see she did all that. But when she left, she left with a sincere love for Set in her heart.
Got it.
And she doesn't have connection with them today.
Got it. Okay.
She did some things.
All right. Well,
lies.
that concludes your probing. And,
Boy.
Probing. Thank you for writing.
and Amandela is
Thank you for
very.
choosing us for your probing
Yes,
experience.
yes, all right. So, okay, we are going to take a break. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't touch that dial. All right. Thank you. right, we are back. Thank you for sticking around. We have some fun happening tonight here at Caldea Studios. We have a film crew, aside from the film's crew that we normally have, the film crew of Joseph Aracto, with our nice camera setup and everything that we've dialed in over all these months. We have another film crew that is doing some behind the scenes for Stefan Picorni, working on the things that Stefan likes to do. Stefan's been a big supporter of Actoroke for a number of years. For as long as we've been doing this. So anything we can do to help out Stefan and what he does. So anyway, yeah. So if you're seeing extra camera people running around in the backgrounds of some of these shots, that's what's going on. All right. Well, let's get back to role playing, Burning Saratof here. All right. We're coming around to you, Bonsai Baby. Yes, and your character Fatima as heading off with a bunch of troops to Forge Park
With our grog.
with your dwarf named Xavier
Xavier.
Xavier and
Xavier.
your Nog.
And my nog. I got nog.
and some Nog.
And some nog.
Okay. Well, coming in, riding, are you on horses or foot?
We're on foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a band of you, armored, all your bastards are ready to fight, right? You're all
We're
armored.
here for conversation. We're at the party.
But you're all armored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to party.
Yes.
It's a costume party.
An armored troop. Okay, so to get to Forge, to the actual park, as you enter that area, you're kind of in slums.
Yeah.
This is a downtrodden part of a large ancient world city.
Yeah.
And people nervous, people hiding, closing their shutters and curious looking out
The
at
saloon
you.
doors go like.
I'm confident
Yeah.
going through here.
Yeah. It's you can feel the tension.
Yeah.
Like this is like going into an urban battle area in the sense that fighting could break out. But you've been living this life for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And definitely people watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine the whispers.
Yeah, the whispers going in.
Yeah. But you head directly to the park part of Forge Park. Forge
Yeah.
Park's a district, but there's an actual
Yeah,
park.
there's a part. We're going to the Forge, like where Xavier was saying that we can go.
Yeah. Okay, so you get what time of day? Just curious. I'm trying to picture this.
Let's
Are you like
go
what
ahead
kind of
and say
time
that
of day
this
are
is
you
like we
going
had the discussion. We went into the Senate thing. Let's go ahead and say it's like not exactly night. It's like the twilight before night, kind of
Oh, you're going in at dusk.
dusk. Yeah.
Okay.
party. We're
From
going-
dawn to dusk. That was a great movie, wasn't it?
It was a memorable movie.
Okay, so you come to the park itself, and up until this point, like everybody's just kind of getting out of your way. And when you come to the park, there's a group of dwarves that are that don't get out of your way, that are hanging around the forge.
Yeah.
And arms crossed. They got weapons, bits of armor. Not, none of these people have armor probably as nice as you. I assume you have nice armor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's nice to it's practical, but not like, showy. We don't do the showy armor. We do this is practical.
Well made.
It's well made.
Good quality.
You heard of
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
filigree.
like you're going into battle, actual battle,
Yeah.
not a parade.
Not a parade.
Yeah.
There's no
yeah.
feathers or frou-frou everywhere. Yeah.
Right. Well, there's dwarves standing there looking at all of you coming in, and there's about a dozen dwarves there.
Oh, what's the somber faces for? I thought you guys were having a party here. We brought some, what is the thing, grog or nog?
Nog.
We brought some nog. Coming here to have a conversation.
One of the dwarves says something to you in Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
Do I speak Dwarven? Let's see, where do we see the languages?
You probably don't unless you paid for it.
Also, foreign
wait.
language can be a thing on here too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you spent points to learn another language, then you.
I don't think so.
So you're from Andalus, so you speak Cordovan, which is the imperial trade language of the empire. You speak Russian because you live in Rush now and have for a long time, and you speak Andal, which is the language of where you're from.
Yeah,
Anything else you would have had to have
I would
paid
have to pay for, but I don't think I have. I want to just double check because I feel like, did I pay for language?
So anyway, I'm teasing you, by the way, because I said, do you speak Dwarven? Dwarven is actually the common tongue of
Oh,
Chaldea.
so I was like, yeah. Of course I speak it.
Yeah.
I was like, is there another language? It freaked me out.
Yeah, no, I'm teasing you. Well, what he said is, what's a highbrow noblewoman doing in this part of town? It's kind of a rough part of town, woman can get hurt around here.
Oh, what a highbrow noblewoman. I don't think you know. We're part of the Bastard Brigade.
Oh, there's a whole brigade of you now. Really?
Yeah.
Bastards. No, you brag about being bastards, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're outlaws, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I was just, coming over to have a conversation. One of my friends, before, of course, all this happened down, coming in here, trying to make an agreement with folks and, got lost in the scuttle. And I just want to make sure, how, you care for your people? I want to make sure my people are good. And so that's why I just came here to have a conversation if you guys know where my friend went.
You lost a friend. Mm-hmm. And you need another one? Hey, one of them says, I'll be your friend.
No. I want to.
No, get back in line. You can't be her friend. She's going to be my friend.
Well, I always could use more friends, but I want to find out if I'm loyal to my one friend.
You're missing a friend, huh?
Yeah. And, it would be nice to know where that... I mean, here, do you want... I'll go ahead and have a sip, friend. I'm Fatima.
He comes over, shakes your hand. Sure. Yeah. He's a pretty strong dude.
Yeah, I also grew up.
Oh yeah. What is your power? Power is the strength stat in Burning Wheel. Power 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Firm
You are
handshake.
pretty strong. Yeah, he's a 6.
All right.
I mean, he's
It's
dwarf.
like we just...
He's these guys. This is like Muscle Beach in a way, right?
Yeah,
It's
we're all
like,
prospering.
yeah. Now that you're here, you're seeing the forge.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of weights and stuff like that, just like workout. Like this is like a Muscle Beach type situation. The forge is part
Except
of it.
it's just a chunk of ore, but they're like,
Yeah. I mean, these guys are
Nice.
definitely really buff dwarves. They're not like 0 level.
I'm just like, Levo, does he give a name at all?
How about anybody got a good name for a dwarf? I do better than that. Goron.
Goron?
Goron.
Goron,
I'm Goron. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I wonder, go ahead, describe Amira, how she, basically she's dark-skinned, tall, curly hair, she goes by the name Amira, she, wearing, I point to my symbol of the Bastard Brigade, basically the snake around a...
Oh, yeah, we know who she is. Yeah, she was creating trouble here. She was going around, acting tough, busting heads with her troops.
Well, I mean,
Not
there must
really.
have been miscommunication.
Wasn't really respecting the local culture.
I mean, could you, now that we, of course, shared a drink, is there any way that I could come in and maybe fix those mistakes and just, be friends? It's a
little above my pay grade. But I could take you to someone.
I would be very pleased if you were to take me to,
You'd
where I
have
can
to-
get more friends.
You have to come alone.
Do I? Let me think. Just alone. You know what? Sure. I'll go ahead. See, you know what? Do you mind if my friends just hang out here, though?
It's an open park. The emperor, the late great Emperor Kardava, made this park for the people.
Yeah.
So, of course.
I wonder, could I then, if it's just by, no. You know what? No, I'm confident enough. I think I can go in by myself. Tariq, I'll just be like, Tariq, can you just like...
Tariq's like, no,
No.
don't do this. Don't. They have no scruples. Yeah.
Well,
they've
actually, let me go
these
ahead
are
and
lawless.
turn with a smile, I mean,
Yeah.
I just like, could I...
Second thoughts, Goran?
No, not
Goran
second
says
thoughts. Not
they're-
second thoughts, just more of like, it's best that just to, if in case my friend needs help carrying out, could I just bring my other friend with me, just two of us?
You feel safer if you have a man with you?
Ooh.
But do you fall for it or not?
Sure. Sure. You can bring one person with you. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Follow me. And your other guy, all the other. I mean, you and Tree, of course, are the most powerful of the bastards. So the two of you leaving all the rest of them alone. Your other 18 people are like,
Dang it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we'll huddle up here. And so yeah, takes you off over to, you guys walk across the park a little ways,
Yeah.
come to a place where there's a hatch in the ground, like a manhole, whatever, opens it up.
All right, yeah, I'll go in. But actually, you know what? Because I feel like I'm going to take a gamble. Because he did challenge me that one time. I'm going to go ahead and be like, Tariq, I think you should stay with the others. And I'll be okay. Because, like, we're with friends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Well, he already registered his complaint, so he's not going to say anything more. He'll
Yeah.
go back. He's also worried about the others too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Tariq goes back. So you go with Goran.
Yep.
Go down the hatch. There's a ladder, and you go into sort of an underground labyrinth. Through some tunnels. There's some turns. You could imagine that to be easy to get lost down here.
Yeah, it could be if, maybe if I had, no, road-wise would not help at all, or city-wise. Could I, no,
I mean, you can just say you're trying to remember.
I'm
You're
trying to
create
remember,
a
or
mental
just
map of.
like a mental map, or like maybe if they don't look, I elbow a corner somewhere.
Rub
a
some of
little
the mildew off.
Just like a mark.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you and it will be a
that-
there's not a skill. You always have things like perception.
Perception and stuff
It's
like
kind of
that.
a mental skill that you could always fall back on. But anyway,
Yeah.
you follow this guy, this dwarf, Goran, and he takes you into sort of an underground, like a place that's fortified.
Yeah.
It's fortified, like locked doors and narrow corridors and grates and stuff like that. You go through. You can imagine, like, wow, city fighting here against dwarves
Yeah,
down
this
in
is
here
like-
would be like.
It's like trying to ferret out.
Yeah, it could be pretty tough. And you come into a takes you into a room where there is a group of dwarves, and one of these dwarves is clearly the leader. It's just a big guy, but he's got that look of command, that look of leadership, and wow, look at you. I'm Bahir.
Buyer. I'm Fatima. Nice to meet you, Buyer.
Fatima, Imperial Consul of Public Safety.
Yeah. Make sure people are safe.
Yeah, how's that working out?
My little corner actually is working out. But, you know, I'm not in charge of the city guard. That's
Yeah.
Tarsus. Tarsus.
Yeah. We know who you are. Mm-hmm. You've been fighting.
Yeah.
We actually know quite a bit about you because, yes, we do have your deputy, Amira.
Mm-hmm.
She came in here creating trouble.
I heard there was just a misunderstanding.
Oh, I think I have better intel on that than you do. But, you know, it's a rough city. Fights break out.
Yeah.
People come to blows. Shit happens. Let me tell you, this is really simple. Fatima. Consul, excuse me.
Well,
Consa al-Rahman.
no, we're friends here.
Consul.
We're
Okay.
friends, right?
No. We haven't known. We haven't. I don't give away my friendship that easy.
Awkward.
But we can work out a deal. You're on the Council of Consuls.
Yes.
You have political power. I will return Amira to you unharmed. But I'll tell you what, but I want something in exchange.
Well, let's have a conversation.
I want to be recognized as a clan. I want the Forge Park clan of outcast dwarves. We will never be accepted by the proper dwarven clans, but
But you want
the
to build your own.
human authorities could recognize us as a political, ethnic community.
I understand that. You know, I think we see eye to eye. I don't know if you've heard about the Bastards Brigade.
I have heard about the Bastards Brigade. I've got one of them locked up here.
Well, I think we're on the same wavelength here. Because I feel like, at least from my understanding, to make sure that we're recognized, you have to also go into the, I don't know, little area called the Dwarven Records? Or do I know what those are? Yeah, the Dwarven
Yeah,
Records.
there's a place called the Hall of Dwarven Records, yeah.
All the Dwarven Records, and, you know, I feel like we could become acquaintances then if we all have a shared goal. You want a family and a recognized family, and I want to be recognized as well.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. And somehow we could work on an agreement to maybe go into those records and correct some mistakes that were made.
I don't really give a shit of what it says in the Dwarven Hall of Records. I want it in the Imperial Palace Hall of Records. I will never reconcile with the other dwarves. The other clans will never accept us. I want the humans to accept us as our own
Recognized.
political entity here in Saratof, that we have standings as a Dwarven clan. You're not sure what that means, but it kind of just triggers something in your head. Like you know that there is something about how the Dwarven clans have
Dwarf.
special treatment. Maybe it's tax breaks, maybe it's land, right? You're not quite sure what that is, but like you're cluing in that, oh, he's talking about something
Like
that
that.
is a status that Dwarven
People.
clans have, that they want that status. But would you like to see your deputy? This way.
All right.
So he escorts you in, and yeah, they've got Amira and a couple of her warriors that she had with her, and they're alive. They look a little rough, but not like tortured or anything like that.
All right.
You know, probably haven't eaten the best food lately, but they've been hydrated and eaten, and they've got a place to do the toilet and all that stuff.
All right.
No rats. Better than a typical medieval prison cell.
I'm looking over and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead to the Amira.
Yeah, she comes up and gives you a hug. You know, I mean, well, are you hugged? Should that be okay?
She'll allow-
Yeah,
allow
yeah,
it.
yeah. She'll probably come up and give you a hug. You know,
You're all right.
yeah, sure.
I'm going to get you out of here.
Okay, so it's good to see you. Yeah, so you guys are both relieved to see each other alive, and she's got a couple of the other bastards are with her. You know,
Yeah.
couple of her women at arms. Well, let's say one of each.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I was just like, what was,
And she
I
said
didn't write down the
she only
name.
had a couple of names of people that didn't make it.
Yeah.
So she probably went in here with like 6 people.
There's
and,
like
and there's 3 of them
3
left.
have left, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Do what you got to do.
All right.
We've been treated okay.
That's it. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll just like, give that firm
Yeah.
shake.
Yeah.
And I turn to, Blarg? No, what is it?
Boron.
Bayer.
Bayer.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Bayer. I see that, even though we had our miscommunication, now we can start an acquaintanceship now. And you know what? I see eye to eye with your cause, and I'm sure also, Mira could help out. She's my administration. If you want to go ahead and rough out your terms a little bit better, she'll help you with that process. Just probably, but
I need official recognition
facial recognition.
of Forge Park clan of dwarves being recognized as an official dwarven clan of the Kurdavan Empire.
Okay. Yeah.
You do that for me, you'll get your friends back.
All right. Well, sounds like
In the interest of public safety.
in the interest of public safety. Okay. Well, with that in mind, you know what, though? You're one leader to another. I feel like to really solidify just like on a starting of acquaintance, would you care for a game of like a test of strength with me? Just for funsies.
A test of strength.
Yeah.
What sort of trickery is this?
No trickery. I just, you know how we are in the Bastards Brigade.
What
and it's
sort
a-
of strength? What sort of test do you have in mind?
We'll go ahead and do, nothing with swords or fancy things like that. Let's go ahead and just do arm wrestling strength.
Arm wrestling.
Yeah, and if
Arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have much chance at arm wrestling. How about just boxing?
All right. We'll do some boxing. And
Boxing?
yeah.
Everybody's looking around. All your was like, no. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I think we do. All I ask is I'll put some coin down. I have some coin to bet
Yeah.
this, and then all it is just maybe a little bit. Can you treat my folks a little bit better while they're staying here? If I win, and if you win, you get this coin. Like all these whatever happily priced or something like that. This is just for funds. What does it cost you?
No, sounds good. I'm just worried about my reputation for, beating up a human down here. I'm not going to get in trouble for that, am I?
No. We'll just
Yeah.
say we're having a party.
I see. Okay, so what he does.
Such a
It's-
meathead, and it's so
Okay, I'm going to come back to you because
Yeah,
I
go
spent
ahead.
some time with you. I'm going to come back to you for rolling to fight. So, Galina,
Oh, yes.
yes. Okay, so you have. Do you have a letter?
I do.
Yeah. You're still working on it.
No, this is a note
Okay.
about
Yeah.
the stuff that's happening.
And remind me who Githia is supposed to take this to.
She will send it to my estate. It's addressed to Yelena, my friend slash
Okay. Yeah.
handmaiden,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And assuming that she's gonna read it, I'm trying to I don't know, not make it too weird. First of all, my thought is that Yelena will find it weird that I did this that I left without saying anything to her.
Yeah.
without your
Already?
entourage or
Yeah.
Oh, there's probably you can assume there's some panic going
Yeah.
on back home.
Okay, so the note reads, Dearest Yelena, please convey my deepest apologies to Tribunus Azar for missing our dinner, and thank him for the kind gift of his goat. Make my apologies and let him know I'm looking into the matter we've been discussing. To help me think, I've decided to take some time in the country air for a bit. Please make sure the goats art, is given the finest service, if I capitalize the S for no reason, and accommodation. May set watch over us all, lest this unrest cast us, with a capital C, and weird kerning where like cast us is clearly two words, but they're like a little too close together, into a time of troubles. Regards, Consul Volkova.
Excellent. And before I forget, I just want to give Bonsai a gold star for challenging this guy to a fight. That is just I did not see that coming.
Well, better treatment for my folks.
That is
If I win.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I had to back before I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, so she takes the note and promises to deliver it.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to tell you a little bit more information about her mother, Eupraxia.
Oh, sure,
Okay,
yeah.
because so you went with, so you kind of bonded with her a little bit when you went on this trip, right? You remember, like, there was something that happened that at the time. I'm going to, if you're okay, I'm going to say it just kind of went over your head at the time.
Sure.
Because you're not always, your character isn't always super socially.
Oh, no. She's not keyed into social cues. Like,
Yeah. So I think I read this right.
Okay.
So like, but later you kind of looked back and go, that was a little odd. So while you were at this conference, she convinced you to go out one night.
Okay.
And the two of you went to a party at some noble woman's estate.
Yeah.
And it was there. You thought it was associated with the conference, but you had a lot of trouble finding anybody who could carry on a good conversation about maps, cartography, or wood burning.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and you look back, it was.
Yeah.
You look back later, it's like it was all women at this house.
Huh.
And yeah, they were like later, like, what was going on there?
Okay. I'm going to keep calling this CartCon in my notes. Okay.
So
Okay.
you are also invited at Servius's place. You are certainly expected to come to dinner.
Okay.
And
I mean, I'm hungry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll go to dinner.
yeah. So there's.
I don't have dinner clothes. Hopefully he's fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, there's some. No, there's a wardrobe for you there.
okay.
Yeah.
In your
there's-
size, specifically?
It's
Ish.
not that planned. I mean,
Oh.
like there's a variety of clothes.
We were like,
Yeah. No.
He has like my perfume on me.
Yeah. No. Nothing like that.
Okay.
But he will try to. I mean, he's clearly kind of gloating a little bit, you know, that he has you there, and but he also is trying to get information from you. Like he will like ask you for gossip about, you know, how things are going in the council. Try to get information from you about.
I'm like quietly
consuls.
eating and I'm like, why don't you check my notes?
Oh. You give him some notes.
No, he took my notes.
Well, you took your manuscript.
I don't know, he took a bunch of stuff from me.
Taking your freedom?
No.
yeah,
Gonna take next to your goat?
Better not take my gum.
Well, I've been reading I've been reading your book.
Oh, you can read. Congrats.
I can write too. I can read and write.
That's very impressive. I'm glad you've progressed so far from your days as the Consul of Cartography.
Well, I'm looking forward to occupying that position once again.
Look forward to it all you like. It's nice to have something to live for once you're a certain age. I also like watching that.
As socially awkward as ever, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we standing up to niceties after our I'm sorry. Do you think you invited me here? Perhaps your soldiers were misinformed about how to secure my presence today.
Just trying to make the best of it. Try to treat you comfortably, treat you like a woman of station.
Oh, my gratitude knows no bounds.
I will win you over.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
This guy is so much.
Is his wife here?
Yeah. Where's the wife in this situation?
she also
His
dinner?
wife's there. Yeah, yeah.
Watching. It's me. I'm the wife.
You're interpreting something that may not be what he meant.
No, I'm literally just wondering if his wife is here.
Yeah, his wife is here. Yeah. She'll try and turn the conversation to music. And doesn't seem like there's really. She asks if do you attend the opera?
I don't have a lot of time for opera. Very busy with my duties.
How sad. How sad.
Just confidently writing in.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, you're a pretty horse.
I do have a pretty horse. Ooh, do I get to name the horse?
Yes.
Of course you can name the horse.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of names.
Goatsart is taken.
Yeah, it can't be goats. Sorry, that would be
Yeah.
weird for a horse.
We'll come back to you.
I'll come back. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't make a ton of effort at
Yeah.
social niceties
Yeah.
on a good day, so this is not
Yeah,
this is not my best dinner.
I think we established.
Yeah.
How it goes. It's awkward. It's yeah. I think the wife is very is also really awkward about the whole thing and
She's
trying.
like, oh, we've kidnapped another console. He does this every year. This guy.
Is it that time already?
He's got it. There's probably there's probably a couple of his soldiers there at the dinner table too, and of course they're probably not full of social grace. Yeah. It's just to add awkwardness to the awkwardness. Yeah. All right. Well, I think you're just kind of stuck here. So
Sure seems like I am.
So you get into those Falcon.
Yeah. Just before we move on, I want to add that in the note I sent, I was like, may Set watch over us all, and I don't do religious talk.
Yeah.
I'm just putting as many things in here
As
that are like
clues.
flags. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I mentioned I hate maps. Just
Yeah. Maps suck. Love Galena.
Yeah. Okay. We could. Okay. All right. Well, we can come back to you. We can talk about Falcons if we want.
Oh, man, I had
Oh, you guys.
No, I retroactively had an idea about the note, but I think it's probably too late. We've established the note. It's okay.
I'm a kind and generous DM.
Well, here's what I was thinking. Servius Castus was the consul of cartography before me,
Yeah.
and I have handwriting-wise. Is there a chance that I could try to write this in his handwriting as like an extra clue? Yeah, okay, we can move on. All right.
I mean, I
like
don't
a
mind if
roll.
you try that. I mean, it's
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think you need it.
Okay,
but
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think though the skill, if you wanted to do that, the skill would be counterfeiting. Right? Is it counterfeiting or yeah?
There is
that'd be
counterfeiting.
forgery.
I think so.
Forgery.
Forgery,
Excuse me,
probably,
forgery.
yeah.
The skill would be forgery
That makes
to
sense.
imitate somebody else's
Yeah.
handwriting.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah. All right. Oh man. All right. Back to you,
Okay.
Lexi. Okay. Do you have something in mind, or do you want me to?
Because the probing just finished, right?
Yeah.
Assuming that's all wrapped up, and I get the clear. I'm guessing, otherwise I'm sure you'd let me know I was being thrown in a dungeon somewhere.
No. You're all clear.
Perfect.
Yes, I have something for you.
Go for it.
But I don't want to not give you an opportunity to be proactive about something too.
Let's do it, because I think her next proactive move will probably be at the next council meeting. So
Okay.
I am, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She's
Well,
sitting pretty. She's not trying to make any more waves at this exact moment. She's kind of,
the waves are going to come to you.
I know, we had a big wave last time she was here when she took the army. So we're sitting this one, or trying to. She's trying to sit on her laurels for this one.
All right. You go back to sort of the, to the temple, and you get word from Yevgeny. Lets you know that Holsan has asked for your presence.
She will go ahead and acknowledge that and head right there.
Okay.
Is he still in his,
Yeah.
prayer chamber?
So you go, and there's somebody out. As soon as you arrive, there's somebody that says, Holsan's expecting you, escorts you in, consul, and priestess. Actually, they would use your priestly titles here. And you go into Holsan's chamber, and there is Holsan, and Holsan seems to be kind of back to normal.
Oh, good.
But there's also another individual who your character would know. His name is Quar, spelled Qar, and he is a demigod of Set, a peer to the Emperor, if you will. When you pray to Set, in a way that there's priestly spells where you ask for divination, spells where you ask information from your god or something like that, anything that has you interacting with your god. It's rare that it's Set. It's usually somebody higher up in the church, but it has to be somebody who is divine, like a demigod or an avatar or a servitor, somebody in the organization. There's probably been a couple times when you have heard Set's voice in your heart, but so there, and usually until he died, it was Kradava. Even though Holsan is head of the church, Kradava is a demigod of Set, the emperor was a demigod of Set. But there have been a couple of times when Quar has answered your requests for divination or for information, or something like that. So let's say twice over the last 10 years, 20 years, however long that you've been high enough up in the priesthood to use spells like that. And he is, so this guy, that his sphere of influence is public relations and covert operations. Oh, and there he is.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
with you and Holsan in the foreground.
Look at your
Ooh, look at my lashes.
I know. You
Really nice
Your
lashes.
cheekbones, too. Popping
Farina put on
off.
her falsies today. Atta girl.
Falsies for Set.
Love that. Yeah.
So he's kind of like one of these people that always seems smiley and kind of happy, and kind of positive, but you
Public
just
relations.
never feel like it's very genuine.
And covert operations.
Yeah,
See.
yeah.
Cool, part of fine.
And he's like,
Immediately makes sense.
Farina.
And will do kind of whatever is the appropriate, whether it's a bow or a prayer gesture of some sort. She will give him the due respect.
Oh, please relax. It's you've been through so much. We've been through so much.
Yes, I mean, all of us have. If I can be honest, I'm extremely grateful to see you here. Is there anything you can share with us?
Oh, I've come here to share many things.
Wonderful.
Yes, by all means. First of all, I am so I'm sure, the sadness, the great sadness that you must feel about the passing of my dear friend Marcosta. That's Cordava's first name. Nobody calls him that, except for his lovers, maybe.
May his spirit rest with Set.
Yes, and I want to put to ease any concerns you might have. Of course,
Of which I have many.
of course, the Church of Set is innocent in this. This is not something that we did. This is a huge loss.
I will admit to being relieved to hear that.
It is a huge loss for all of us. Hulsan is kind of like
Skeezy? No.
kind of like you can tell Hassan does not like this guy. Hassan is just kind of like
Biting his cheek.
yeah. And so, this is a tragedy. It could mean, I must tell you, both Farina, Hassan, my friends, this is something that could break Set's hold on this world. This would be a tragedy. But I'm here to help make sure that we do whatever we can to hold this world in the name of Set.
Yes, I mean, it's the only thing that holds this world together. You've seen how they're already falling apart in the streets.
It's horrible. It's absolutely. But it starts with the three of us and Ultak. I went and talked to Ultak already. He is in Orbos, and he is in a horrible fight there. I helped him. I killed a couple people for him.
And I'm sure that he is eternally grateful to you for it, as we all are.
Yes, thank you. So I first want to establish that we, the three of us, and Ulta, we are a team.
Of course.
Yeah, we are a team. We are united. I'm now in charge of this team. I will take the place of Marcosta when the time is right. I will be the new ruler of Chaldea.
I see.
Yes. But for now, I'm going to remain in the shadows so that I can be more effective at helping you two and Ultak regain control of Chaldea. So my skills, by the way, are I'm an excellent assassin, covert operations. So if there is anyone that needs to be assassinated to help move our cause forward, let me know.
Listen, this is map maker.
Anybody on the council, you just let me know, and I will, and I mean, we'll talk about it. I want to know why and stuff like that. But our first responsibility is we need to win the hearts and minds of the people. Here's what I see here, Hulsan. Here's what I see, Farina, when I come here and I silently through the shadows walk the streets of Saratof. The people are eager to mourn the passing of their emperor, but there's no one on the council. The council is bickering bureaucrats led by a doddering old fool.
Yes.
We have an opportunity to show the people the way to mourn the passing of.
Of course.
So I want you to organize throughout all of Chaldea and all the temples mourning ceremonies for the emperor. Give the people a chance to mourn Cordava's passing. Okay? Can we do that? We're a team.
Yes.
Anything you need from me, I can help you with. You two work together. Whatever we need to do this happen. Do you think you can do this? He's looking at both of you, but you're the PC, so I'm looking at you.
Right, of course. Can I ask a player question?
Yeah, sure.
As far as...
We got a little thing.
Assassination offer! That's cute.
No.
Thank you you for that.
Nice.
It was a little skull with a sword
Like a
through
speech
it.
bubble.
You want somebody's last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
Great. Okay, just doing it for them.
So as far as Farina knows, how many of these like set representatives are there? Like demigods, avatars? Like are we talking? It's just him? Or are there like 10, 20 of them? Like
You're not sure. The only two that you've met
okay.
are Kradava and this guy.
Okay, so as
Yeah,
far as
so-
I know.
But they do talk as if there are others.
Got
but
it.
probably not 20 or so, but there are probably a couple more demigods.
Okay, so assuming there are a few more, this is the only one I know of.
Yeah, and a servitor, an avatar would be somebody who looked like Set and is kind of acting like Set, but isn't the real Set, if you will.
Kinda
It's kind of like
possessed.
yes, it's somebody.
Situation.
It's like a creation that God will send to go to mortal realms,
Got it.
perhaps, this sort of thing. A servitor is more like a monster, if you will. That is anyway. So sorry, more than you wanted to know.
Makes sense. Perfect. I just want to know that moving forward. So there's not like 3 other demigods I know of who are like, wait a minute, you're supporting that guy? Okay. So she's going to say, well, yes, of course. I mean, it only makes sense that you would take, may he rest in peace, our emperor's position. Halsan, and so she's going to turn to him actually and say, as it seems to me that perhaps does he have would he be Lord Quar, or would you just call him by his name? Would he have a title?
I think he's like doing this whole thing. Oh, just call me Quar. Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
revered Quar
yeah,
here. It seems that he has come as an answer to your prayers since we're here. Did you have any thoughts on how to proceed with this?
I think the path, I think the path has been made clear to us.
Does he sound a little bitter when he says it?
He's trying not to.
Yeah, okay.
This is like you're in an authoritarian regime, and this is the new boss. This is the new gangster. The new
Yeah.
head gangbanger, whatever. It's like here's the guy. Okay, he's stepping in. I mean, it's like if this is a mistake in some way, like if he's not authorized, it's really above.
Yeah, it's above our pay grade.
That's something for
Between him and Set.
between him and Set, right?
Okay.
So I think that so Hassan looking, Quar's over there.
Yeah.
He's like, I think absolutely, my lord, we will. I think this is a great opportunity to do exactly what you suggest. We will mourn the passing of our good friend, Emperor Rakasta Kradava.
Of course, and this is not something that we should need any council permission for. We should move quickly, get the word out to the temples across the empire. Use our, what are they called? Their glib glob.
The nubble.
Nubbin.
The nubbin.
Nubble?
That thing.
No, is it nubble or nobble?
Nubble.
Nubble. Okay, nubble.
The nubble. Use the
Yeah.
nubbles.
Like a nubbin.
But it's spelled with a GM, like gnome.
Yes, I told you. That's right.
Yes,
great.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Love it.
nubble.
We have to get the communications out immediately. It has to be a coordinated effort to show that we are still united and strong, across whether or not the emperor is with us.
That's right. That's right. And and then back to Quar, me role-playing Quar. So if you need me for anything, invoke my name. I'll be there. Okay?
Of course, thank you.
Just remember, we are a team. We are united in all things. We speak as one voice, and we act as one group. No, I will not broker any hostility with each other. We are best friends.
I'm just grateful for your guidance.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, Hassan's like, yes, of course. Yeah. All right, good. Nice chat. All right, I will be checking in from time to time. And he's gone.
So it's just me and Halsan now? Yeah. Okay. How long has he been here? Did he just...
I just arrived. He was waiting until after your probing. he didn't want Amandella to know about this meeting.
But you haven't been probed yet.
I'm not going to be.
I see. That could cause some waves, of course.
I think that I'm not the only one. I think there will also be a. I don't think anybody's going to find out.
In order to establish Quar, that's going to take either the support of the council or a large amount of violence.
I don't know exactly what his vision is for a path to him being declared emperor. He has no political support here. Nobody knows who he is outside the church.
I do have a question for Quar. He left, it's okay. Did he say anything about the Drazeldar? Can he command them?
No, you can't command the Drazeldar. I mean, Hosan says he can't command Drazeldar. No.
I thought perhaps with our late emperor, may he rest with sad, gone, that command may have switched, but
Yeah. No.
because what we need is some sort of show that this is Set's will.
Well, we can. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Shall we?
Well, let's do what this first move is a good one.
Yes, of course.
Let's throw ourselves into celebrating the life of mighty good friend. And by the way, he really was good friends with Cordava.
Yeah.
I mean, Hosan and Cordava were like adventuring buddies
Yeah.
back. Like it was the two of them who started, killing dragons in the Garnon Forest and that sort of shit. Worked their way up.
Yes, of course. I think we should do the celebratory planning, of course, but another thing we have to do is, I think we have to address Tarsus and the city guard and their lack of action and security, because we cannot throw a large, event for mourning and have it descend into madness. That would bode very ill for us.
Yeah.
So I already have faith that I can speak to Consul Fatima and have her bastards, as they refer to themselves,
Yeah.
to assist.
Yeah. Well.
But we need
Reclaiming.
Tarsus
We-
to step up as well.
Well, I can handle Tarsus.
All right.
Yeah. Tarsus will help us out.
Excellent.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal is between him and Consul Atta, but Roman, excuse me.
Yeah.
I get your last name and her last name.
Oh, no,
backwards.
I know, and their
Yeah,
first names are so close too.
yeah. I don't know what the deal is between him and Consul Roman, but he's a credible leader.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cutscene.
Yes.
There. Yep.
Oh,
Boxing match.
yeah.
What's your
thought-
horse's name?
Oh, shoot. I was gonna, because
Okay,
yours
boxing.
is.
It's not trigger. Can't do trigger.
Oh,
That was
no,
taken.
because yours is. What was yours? Is goats
Goatsart.
are. It's gonna be
Horse Tobin.
no. Actually, that's better than what I had. Oh, horse Tobin. It's gonna be I was gonna be like, how can I mix Bach with horse? I was like, hawk. But no, horse Tobin is way better.
Great.
Horse Tobin.
Love it.
Horse Tobin.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm writing this down, but okay.
It might be.
It might
So
be
important.
Horse Tobin.
very important.
I think it's how you express love as a DM. Is to,
Write down.
just
Write
you
down.
know,
Remembering the little things.
Yeah, Horse
Kill.
Tobin.
Composer.
I have
things,
brawling
animal names.
because
Yep.
there's no way I'm gonna know boxing, because boxing is more of like an actual thing. I'm bastard.
Yeah, you're gonna, yeah,
I'm brawling.
yeah. You're gonna go brawling with this
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. Okay. So, it turns out this is probably not the first brawling match in Forge Park. I just suddenly realized that yes, Forge Park probably has a boxing stage. You know?
So we're gonna
For
stage,
sure,
nice.
right? You know, like a ring, you know, a fighting ring, fighting circle,
Yeah.
right? A raised
I got
fighting
my crew
circle,
to, like,
and probably has wire cage around it, you know,
Nice.
like throw mid,
Cage
kick
Yeah,
out,
ring.
let's
that
do
sort
it.
of thing like
we
that.
could just do it. It's gonna be
And-
freaking.
So yeah, everybody comes out to see this.
All right.
Yeah.
So I
I
have
was
two
there.
brawling.
That's what I do next. Then I run to the
Yeah.
boxing net.
Yeah.
Two brawling, and then also I'm gonna go ahead. I have one persona, one fate. I'm gonna use both, just for.
So you don't have to allocate the fate ahead of time.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do the
nice.
persona. So you use the persona
That's my
for an
last
extra
persona.
die,
Yeah.
and then after the roll, if you have any sixes, you can use the
Decide to use
fate,
a fate.
to do it.
Nice.
Okay, so you're gonna go in there. It's fisticuffs, no weapons.
Yeah.
It's just fighting hand to hand. You're gonna use your brawling skill. That's totally fine. He's
Mm-hmm.
using boxing skill, and you. So yeah, it's just your brawling skill against his boxing skill.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, what's your brawling skill?
It's gonna be great.
And then you have more dice from. Please tell me you have some more dice you're throwing in. Do you
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna try to ask, but I like it's
sure. Yeah.
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
There's no intimidation. Can't do intimidation.
Yeah.
Can't. All I have is my armor, shield, and mounted training. That's not gonna help.
No, you could try intimidation as a linked test. We haven't talked about this
Okay,
before.
I was like, intimidation is a huge part of boxing matches. The like pre, you know, when you're like,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah.
it's what's your intimidation?
My intimidation is 5.
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's how it works.
Yes.
You make an intimidation test against his will. I'm pretty sure. I could look it up, but I'm 95% sure.
Yeah.
I'm geeky mechanics guy. I like to
No,
try and
I
get
was
these
just
things
I was
right.
thinking more like this is like, they like drinking, and like what a better way to get friends with the dwarf than punching
Than
each other.
Let him
Yeah.
letting
drinking and
him
punching each
kick
other.
your
Earning their
butt.
respect.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use force guard to hesitate, obstacles. The will of the victim. Yep, I was right.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to make this a slightly different than the way they have it worded here, but I'm going to stand with it. It's an intimidation test. If you intimidate him, then you will get an extra die on your
If you
If we
on your brawling test.
okay, let's try
Okay,
it.
so it's a link test. So this is the burning wheel mechanic where you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this test. If I win this test, then I get an extra die on this
like
next
that,
test.
actually.
Yeah.
I want to do that
Yeah,
in D&D all the time.
on stuff that's kind of like, it's like doing stuff that would be kind of sequential in a
Yeah.
way, right?
I'm just
Yep.
gonna be like really gung ho and just like I'm excited about this.
So
Yeah.
you're lucky that as an outcast dwarf, his will's not super strong, but he is a gang leader.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm the
so
leader of this.
put his will at 4.
Oh, okay. So I got
Okay, you got
5
for
for intimidation, and then
I'm like, yeah, what do you got?
Do you have command? Do you have
I
command?
have command.
You can fork command into intimidation.
Command, not interrogation, because we're not interrogating. Persuasion?
No, but I will let you fork in your title
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Ooh,
as
okay.
a consul.
As a console member. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, let me,
Yeah.
Oh, I ran out of dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 7.
Okay, 7 dice. You need 4 successes.
Yep.
4, 5, or 6 is a success. If you don't get 4, but you got a 6 or 2, you're gonna pay a fate to explode them.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
You got 4.
Yeah. 1. And then 3 6s out of that too, but 1 4. Like 1 4, 3 6s.
Okay, how many dice did you roll?
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah, see, the great thing about the other great thing about a link test is that you get credit for 2 tests instead of just 1.
Nice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
realized that I keep forgetting. Does anybody have an extra pencil I can borrow? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
You're closer.
Yeah.
So you rolled how many? So I just asked you this, but forgot already. You said
7.
you rolled 7 dice
and the 4.
versus all 4. Okay, that's a
And
routine
then that was
test.
intimidation.
Yep.
What was it?
Routine test for
Routine. And then also
Intimidation.
one more you said it was linked to?
Well, now
then you're
because you
brawling.
won that test,
Okay.
you get an extra die on your
Brawling.
Um, Yeah.
so
So
that's
now
up
Yes.
to 4 on brawling, right?
No, 5.
5 on brawling.
Five
Nice.
on
Yeah,
brawling.
okay. Just trying to follow them. I know how to play this game.
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Because I'm using the last of my persona, and then we'll see if it's got any 6s, and then I can try to explode them.
Right. Okay,
What
so
am I?
now you don't have an ob yet. What you're doing is you're setting his ob,
Okay.
or vice versa, either way you want to look at it. But the number of successes you get is the number of successes he needs to get to tie you, or if he gets more successes than you, he beats you.
Yeah.
If he gets less successes than you, then you beat him.
Well, go ahead. This is for fun. It's a fun match.
Yeah, okay, so let's see how many
roll-off.
successes you get.
Oh, God. This is fine. Oh, there's at least 2. 2 successes.
Yep,
And then I'm going to use that fate to, like, roll
right.
another 6.
okay.
Oh, come on. Please. Please. Oh, no. Only 2.
Okay, 2 successes. Okay, now you've got a, so you rolled 5 dice.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep that in mind. The extra die you got for exploding sixes doesn't count.
Yeah.
So that's how many dice you rolled. We'll see what his ob is. Okay,
Good luck.
so yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Maybe not bad luck. Horrible luck.
Okay, I'm going to say his boxing skill is like your intimidation skill. It's a 5.
5.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
and
I can't look at this. It's
yeah,
going to be fine.
he's
It's not to the death. It'll be okay.
yeah.
Probably.
It's just your pride. That's just about as bad for her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fork in brawling because he has boxing and brawling.
Oh. I only have brawling.
Yeah,
I'm better at swords.
yeah.
I know.
You got the extra dice for intimidation.
I did get the extra dice for intimidation.
And what else did you get extra dice for?
I put in my last persona.
Yeah. Okay. That's your edge there. Okay.
Oh, I can't look.
Yeah. I just need 2 successes to tie. The tie breaking will be interesting, by the way.
I hope you die.
Oh.
3 successes.
Oh, 3 successes. All right.
Clocks you.
Clocked me.
But it's close.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
was a good match.
Yeah. The dwarves. I mean, the dwarves loved it. I mean, like you, the fact that I'm sure you fought with bravery.
Yeah.
You
well,
know-
I only lost by 1.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
honestly. Dice.
you were. I'm sure you made a good show of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure it wasn't like. You
got some good hits in.
I'm sure it went several rounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And
I don't know. Say win is a win. Give him my coin.
All right.
You know?
Yeah. And he's. I mean, it worked. He's like, you're welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
All right.
Like you. Yeah.
See? I say, like-
hold your arms up.
win.
You guys are all bloody, and like that. What a human. Humans can fight. Not very well, but they can fight.
All right. You know, hey.
Way to take a hit.
Take a hit. Hey, you see, like, they always give bad names to bastards, but you can get along with bastards.
That's right. You can get on with outcasts.
Yeah.
Bastards and outcasts together. They throw a big feast for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This turns out to be a big
Nice.
party. Drinking.
Just like
Brought all
starving.
night
The labyrinth.
They got food.
I mean, does it
You
enough
don't ask
impression
where they
that
got it. But,
I mean, does it like give enough goodwill that maybe he still will treat them a little bit better because of that?
Yeah.
They get a little bit of the feast food.
Yeah.
Kind of the face food.
I'm thinking, they probably let them come out and watch the fight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Kept them
also,
over on their
alright.
side.
Yeah,
And there's a lot-
Tariq already
I mean, there's
knows
a
this is
lot
how
of-
I roll, and
There's
Yeah.
a lot of other
Okay.
dwarves there too. I mean, by the time you guys were fighting,
Yeah.
there's probably like 200 dwarves there.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot.
it'd be
It would have
like,
been cool if I won, but no.
yeah. But you got a lot of respect from them for
Yeah.
Nice.
going in and fighting the dwarf. Yeah.
Just like,
All right. Do you want anything you guys want to do before we call it a night? Or
I
is
think I need
that
to
good?
sit on this new
Yeah.
quad stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
process
I
that.
think.
I got a plot.
I think by stopping the game now, it lets us sort of
Yeah.
think, oh, say time went
Things that-
by.
Yeah, she's
and
just such
then-
like a politically
yeah.
savvy character. I'm like, I need to like pick her next moves on this.
Yeah.
I need to put thought into this because she's gonna put thought into this.
Yeah, I thought I might be throwing you for a loop on that one.
I like it though.
Oh.
I like it
It's-
so much.
Oh, the bottom. Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's. Right? Do you-
No,
good-
yeah,
good?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I
great.
mean, I'm kidnapped.
Unless
but-
we just
Yeah,
sass
yeah.
him some more.
They asked him.
Sorry,
All
I
right,
was trying to
let's
make
do
small talk with you. Are you kidding? Okay. Unbelievable.
Let me get my. Okay, we do Arta Awards.
Right.
Okay, so for beliefs,
Oh yeah.
we'll go around. Fatima.
Yeah.
Oh, let me do.
What?
Yeah. No. Oh, okay, so anyway, let's talk about showing the bastards what you can do, bringing home the bastards. You tried to do that, but we didn't really wrap up.
We didn't wrap that, but that's fine.
So I'm just gonna say, actually, let's just make it quick. Like, are you gonna insist, or are you gonna let her stay? I mean, you don't. I mean,
It's gonna take a while for them to get over here.
but I
That's
mean,
fine.
but are you,
If it's like something that is, I know is a good reason, but I will not push it.
okay.
And
Yeah,
especially because if we
So-
get Amira back,
yeah. What you're learning is that, she doesn't want to come back, but she may have personal reasons for not wanting to come back. So the question is whether or not
I want
you
to
want to,
push.
whether you want to bring the unit back, regardless of her personal things, or not.
can I sit and think about it, or do I have to?
Yeah, you can think about it.
Okay.
But, I mean, but it's kind of resolved whether or not you end up resolving this belief. If you say you're bringing the unit back, then you resolve this belief,
All right,
and you get a persona.
I'll just have to wait because
You want,
I'll wait because I
Okay.
want to really think about it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. That's what this question is. Beliefs are, it's like, oh, do I really want to get the belief or not? Yeah. That's what. So you get a fate because you worked on it,
Yeah,
and we didn't get a chance
I
to
replenished
work
the
on
fate.
your other things. So
No.
I think that's.
I don't know.
it for
I feel
beliefs.
like I enhanced the name of the bastards being cool.
Yeah. All the dwarves like now.
All the
think they're
dwarves like
cool.
the bastard. At
Yeah,
least the
that's
outcasts.
that's a fate because
Nice.
the
Oh, that is okay.
the sub belief of that, the actionable piece was that bringing the bastards back, right?
Okay, yeah.
Or am I getting them mixed up?
No. They're like is that they need to come back because that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're waffling on that, so you didn't resolve it. So you
No.
only get a fate.
yeah. Only get a fate.
Okay. For Galena,
Oh yeah.
well, you're
Okay.
definitely closer to the manuscript.
Yeah, I know. I gotta. Now I have a new sub thing, which is like maybe while I'm stuck here, figure out how to search the mansion, his office or something. Try and find my manuscript. I didn't really do that, but hey, you know what I did do was accept a date, and I have that belief
Here we
that I'm
go.
trying to find a friend or a partner.
Yeah.
And I was like,
true, it's true.
let's have a date, even
Yeah.
if I couldn't make it because I got
Yeah.
kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's not your
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I would agree with that.
But you call that a fate, right? You don't think that belief is totally resolved, right?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I would call
yeah.
that a fate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 2 fate.
That's 2 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
One for each of those beliefs.
Oh, okay, great.
Right.
Nice.
The
yeah.
the one you're working on getting your book back for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I
The
mean,
whole-
I'm
you
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm definitely going to search
Yep.
the place if
And-
I can, or like figure out. I'm working
Yeah.
on it.
yeah.
I don't know how much progress I've made. Great.
I think that you have thoughts.
I actually think that the events of this session might change her beliefs. Because we can adjust them, right?
You can. Yes, you can definitely adjust them. Adjusting them now would be for the next session.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, sure. Yeah, what do you got?
I mean, she now has what she feels like is finally their answer from Set on how to move forward. Like she kind of feels like they have guidance again.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would have to adjust her beliefs moving forward to, if possible, like, I don't know, almost like, I feel like part of her, she senses Hassan's hesitation, and she does respect him a little less than she used to after his breakdown, because that's who she is, but she still does and knows that he isn't, like, incompetent. So I think that she senses his hesitation, and it, like, gives her hesitation that this may not be what Set actually wants. So I don't know, some way of, like, communing, like, she wants to commune with Set for more guidance, for direct guidance, I think.
Got it.
And then I think she still believes she wants to change the punishment. She wants to hurt people.
Yeah.
But now, because before it was find someone to replace the God Emperor or try and push Hassan into his position. But I don't know that she's fully on board with pushing Quar as well. So I think for right now, her belief would be to follow Quar's lead unless there's a reason not to, because she is going to take she is going to listen to him unless something crazy tells her not to.
Right. Well, I'll give you time to think about that,
Okay.
because that's for the next session. In terms of the beliefs you had going into this session, I think that you probably worked on one of them a little bit, so you get a fate. I don't think you resolved any of them,
No.
though. Yeah. so,
Definitely not.
All right. Okay. So, do we have any? Did anybody use an instinct or a trait to send the story in a new direction? Or create a complication for yourself?
I did a boxing match for no reason.
Yeah, I like
True.
that. It was for a reason, and it worked.
It was for a reason, yeah.
Loved it.
I'm now friends.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to moments of gratitude. Okay, so each of you can give another player a persona for embodiment or superb role playing.
Sorry, can I go back to traits
humor.
super fast?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
I have zealot. I never know.
Zealot.
Zealot as a trait. I feel like her over obsessive loyalty to her religion is now creating a complication for her with Quar showing up, because she is like, yes, this is my church, so I should listen to you, but then she has this part of her that's like, unless, which is very, very difficult for her.
I think that's great. Like, I'm going to say yes,
Okay.
but I'm being a little easy on you.
Okay.
Right, because you didn't really, it is creating, if you used, if you pushed it a little bit further, I'm going to say
Okay.
you have to push it a little bit further to get
Got
this
it.
again. But
Okay.
yes, I will give you a fate for that.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And I appreciate that you're thinking about it.
Thinking.
You're thinking about these traits.
trying.
It's tricky. It's one of the trickiest things in Burning Wheels to get the most out of your traits and instincts. Okay, so moments of gratitude. You give another player persona for embodiment, super role playing, or humor. Right skill, right time. Workhorse.
I want to give one to
MVP.
Fatima for the boxing match. I just loved it.
Yes.
I love every part of it. I love that you were like, hey, do you want to hit each other with our fists? Partially for fun, but also like kind of to help my people out, but it's not like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's like funny or if it's embodied. It's kind of like a bunch of them. So
Yeah.
I just want to give it.
Yay.
I just want to give it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Love it. I love that. Ended
I
up
want
being
to
a thing.
give embodiment to Megan for the entire dinner conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That was the greatest thing. Because it was valid. You just got kidnapped. and you're
you.
already awkward on top of now being a
Yeah.
prisoner. No,
Thank you.
no, yeah.
And then Lexi, of course, I'm giving you an embodiment because you stuck to like I'm going to be the very religious, serious avenue here, and then also it's just like in any point you always like Inset's name, Inset's name, Inset name. You are in on point.
I love my feral person. How she has become.
I also get to give an award, and I'm going to also give it to Lexi. Persona, so this is a persona point for you, and it is for. I felt that I was really seeing that struggle. I mean, you just mentioned it as part of your zealot, and like this last scene for you, I think was a very difficult scene.
Yes.
I knew it would be. It's like the joys of an authoritarian cult that you're in.
Oh,
like,
no.
oh shit.
Oh, no.
So for feeling that, that's an embodiment of word as
Nice.
well. So, where'd my mouse go? Here it is. Okay, let's go back. So for everybody gets to reintroduce yourself to the camera and promote any projects that you have that you would like to say where you can be found on the internet if you like to be found on the internet. All right, starting with you, Bonsai.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Bonsai Baby. You can find me Bonsai Baby on TikTok and Bonsai Baby on Instagram. Instagram, if you want to actually do some world building from actual history, I have a series going on of tying actual historical events into what you can use for world building inspiration. Also on TikTok, I am playing quest calendar, so every day is an encounter in a fantasy realm, very much like Redwall.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I might check out your Instagram.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever been tempted to go on Instagram.
I can show you the videos afterwards.
Perfect. All right. Megan.
I don't want to go after Bonsai. I'm Megan Karimi Nasser. I can be found on Instagram at Megan and Eggs. I don't have like a cool series going on, but if you sometimes like pictures of dogs or talk about Baldur's Gate 3, that's where I'm at.
Hi. I am Lexi the First. That's what you can find me on across social media. I don't have anything consistent going on because I made a baby 5 weeks ago.
Yay! She's so cute.
Yay! She's adorable and we love her. But I do post cosplay and gaming and general fandom nerdy content. So my next thing is I'll be at Emerald City Comic Con here in a week and a half.
Nice.
Super excited.
Yay! Excellent. All right. Well, thank you all for playing with me. I am Peter Atkinson. I'm your host, your Dungeon Master for Burning Wheel. We have all sorts of other great programs on Gen Con TV on Thursday. It's tomorrow, 10 a.m. We have Blood on the Clock Tower, which is an amazing social deduction game. It's like Werewolf on steroids. You should try it. Watch that. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. we have, these are Pacific time, Roll with Rem Alternus. Shadowrun is the main thing she does there. Friday at 2 p.m. We have Table Takes, which is our weekly news. I'll be with Bonsai Baby and Javion and Noir. Monday next week, 9 a.m., I'll be doing Peter vs. Machine, where I play strategy games. I'll be playing Sid Meier's Civilization as England, continuing that game, where I'm playing at level 7, which means I'm probably going to lose, because I'm not good enough to be playing at level 7. But I'm doing it anyway. I figured it'd be a shorter game. And that is 6 p.m. Monday is Dress to Quest. 7 p.m. on Tuesday is Indie by Night. And Wednesday, 4 p.m. next week, Path of the Brush, and then 6 p.m. back to Actoroke. Next week will be Mike Boozer of Gen Con. Yes, that Mike Boozer. He will be running Actoroke next week. Week after that, I don't know what we're going to do other than I can tell you that we'll be doing a film shoot. Ooh. It's not going to be streamed, but the results will someday be streamed on Gen Con TV. But we're gonna do a little spa day action with Lenora and Ariadne at the spa, which came up as a role play session in a recent.
I just got kidnapped.
Yeah.
I got spotted.
Our website, by the way, is www.worldofchaldea.com. All the Chaldea stuff's there. Our hashtags are pound or hashtag. Yeah, hashtag. The hashtag is a pound. It's the pound symbol is the hashtag. World of Chaldea. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. Good night.